Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Oh, what do you say we light the old beam one more time this week?
Shut up and do the show.
That's going to play a big part of the show today because I thought I was going to be way more distracted by this Italy-Mexico game, but now I'm just distracted by all of the ridiculous World Baseball Classic tiebreaker rules.
Yeah, it only matters if we go to extra innings, as Puma says. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure the organizers even understand their own tiebreakers, but alas, we will figure it out as we go along. Hopefully we don't have to worry about extra innings. Hopefully Mark DeRosa was correct when he said the USA had already advanced, as he mistakenly said yesterday before the game, but we'll get into all that. Welcome in to the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. 43 days away now from the NFL draft, broadcasting once again live on video on YouTube out here on the north side of San Antonio, live to tape if you are listening on audio. It's interesting, the crossover. My little brother, I don't think he ever looks at
supposed to be on the show at some point.
Hey, we're working on that. I don't think he ever looks at the YouTube whatsoever, but he's an audio listener.
So he's Spotify and all that.
Exactly. He listens as he commutes to work back and forth.
Yeah.
And I guess he doesn't need to really see the visual. He knows what we look like, or at least what.
Hey, I don't know. LG, if you get a close up on me real quick, I trimmed the beard today.
Oh, yeah. LG, he's calling for close-ups now.
Look at that. Look at that.
Make sure you get the good side.
Yeah. Shaved off a lot of the white.
White people!
I don't have nearly as much to shave off, but I did shave off the nasty little goatee I had let go out of pure laziness. No, we got a lot to get to tonight. Of course, what I watched, we had the USA lose to Italy last night. We'll talk a little World Baseball Classic. Also, as I was watching the Spurs game last night, was interrupted for a live look-in on the Miami Heat versus Washington Wizards game, which at first I thought
it was for free throws.
So I left the room.
I didn't realize it was for the total points.
Same. I left the room when it went to commercial break, came back in, and NBC's showing me Heat versus Wizards. I had no idea what was happening.
Yeah.
But of course, the night where Bam Adebayo out of nowhere drops 83. We're going to compare some box scores.
Yeah.
Because, of course, that's the narrative today of...
And honestly, the Raptors weren't that good when Kobe put up that 81. So let's pump the brakes here.
No, there was a Jalen Rose about 2 months away from retirement on that Raptors roster.
And there definitely wasn't all those players were definitely not wanting him to break Kobe's record. So he was getting just manhandled the past 7 minutes.
I intentionally didn't look at them ahead of time because I want to compare the box scores raw, because I remember watching.
Ooh, baby, give me raw.
I remember that Kobe game, and I remember, they cut in on ESPN at the time it happened, but I don't remember really any of the specifics of how he scored 81. And then also, it wasn't that long ago, a couple years, Luka had a 73-point game in Atlanta. So I want to compare some of and of course, Wilt's 100-point game we'll throw in there just to show how absurd.
No threes.
That is. Also got some Spurs notes to get to along the way. Wemby and the Spurs. Wemby sets a career high in three-pointers made in the win over the Celtics last night. And then Main Segi.
Did he get up to 9? I thought he tied his. Well, that was his season high. He had 9 3-pointers last year.
Incorrect. He had 8, and it matched his career high.
So the announcers got me wrong because I was listening to it.
I think very possibly. You were listening to Dan on WOAI, the mothership, or you were listening to NBC?
Reggie. I was listening to Reggie and all them.
Yeah, I think you might want to double check there.
So I should trust WOAI or the mothership more than.
When the Spurs are on there, absolutely. Yeah. WOAI is the most trusted voice in local radio when Dan Weiss is calling a Spurs game and Carl and Dylan are doing the pre and post game.
Right.
Main
Shout out to
segment,
local.
we've got a very random turn in the Max Crosby sweepstakes that, you know how we always make fun of Cowboy Doctor? The Cowboys doctor with the 10-gallon hat on the sideline. He played a crucial role in the Ravens rejecting this trade. And we'll talk about that when we get into the main segment. And then lightning round, we talked about it on Monday night. Monday was the day that the Cleveland Indians decided to start going by the nickname Indians. And one member of this program joked about the lack of Native Americans that call Ohio home.
I'm just saying, I feel like there's a bigger Amish presence there.
Well, let me just tell you, I'm not sure there ever was an Amish player that played for the Cleveland Spiders, but there was a Native American, and so
they wouldn't let the blacks in, but they let the Indians in.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's funny you say that because there's
I feel
another
like they both got murdered a lot and
there's
thrown
another
off their land.
tie-in because there was an owner on this day. Because we're going to end with sports on this day. And I didn't include this one, but I'll tell you about it because I read it earlier. It was one of the owners in baseball on this day after what the Indians had done a year earlier. He tried to sign a black player onto the roster and said instead of being African American, he was a Native American and tried to slide it by baseball's league office.
Navajo.
He literally tried. He was like, no, this isn't a black man. This isn't a black guy.
This is a dark-skinned Native American,
exactly,
man.
Exactly. So you are 1,000% correct. Native Americans were allowed in baseball at the turn.
Ass backwards stuff right there.
At the turn of the 1900s, but no, not for the black man yet. But before we jump into anything today on this National 311 Day,
the band?
What?
it's 26 years running.
There's a lot of bands. Was there a National Rolling Stones Day?
No, I mean, it's show me on the calendar where it's Rolling Stone spelled out. It's March 11th.
Oh yeah, 311.
It's 311 Day. Now
I can't do this gesture, I guess. FCC.
The only like Eli on the first year, just flipping off the camera.
Yeah.
26 years ago was obviously easy math. Year 2000. When
in the year 2000,
that was the first year that they had 311 Day, and I think it was somewhere in Tennessee where they did their own like music festival or whatever. When I was paying college tuition in Stephenville, Texas at Tarleton State University.
Just name dropping those colleges.
There was I got 9 of them.
Yeah, no.
I got stories from all 9 cities too. There was a group of guys that lived in the same apartment complex as me and my buddy Jacob.
Yeah.
And all of them were saving up. I'm talking like coin jars, like just any loose change they had, anything all of them collectively could put together because they were determined to road trip to Tennessee for 311 Day. And I thought to myself, there's just no band at that point in my life that I think I would be
in college. You know, one that I would have that I like was Rage. Like,
yeah,
I missed Rage. I was like, by the time I got to where I can get a car,
Rage also would have appreciated the socialist money pool to put the trip together too.
Oh, I've gone out. I've gone out spanging. I don't know if you know what that is.
Educate me.
Spare change.
Okay.
Spare change.
The fake panhandling.
Yeah, right outside Walmart. I need to buy I need to get a pair of battery cables. See, the trick is to not say something so common. battery cables. Seems believable.
That's pretty generic.
And then one guy got me. And he's like, I was like, I first started off like, I need to buy a card because I don't have any money to call out of state because I'm old and it used to cost money to call out of state. And the guy pointed to the fire station and it was like, they'll let you make a free call. And he sat there
and watched
me walk into the fire station. And I was like, you son of a, you got me.
That sounds very similar to a man who raised me. That would be, when my mom heard one time that we were in South Dallas on the way going up to watch a high school. We were going up to watch Chris Bosh play a high school playoff game when he was at Dallas Lincoln, and we pulled into a gas station. Panhandler out front. My old man. It's me, my little brother, and a friend of mine. And my old man, asked the guy's asking for money. He's like, well, I don't have any cash, but, I can get you a water, Gatorade, something like beef jerky, something from inside. And the guy told my pops, he's like, oh, no, I can't do the sodium. I can't handle it. And so as soon as
I'm like, you're going to buy an Everclear, right? As soon as you're done with this.
As soon as my dad realized he had someone on the hook, that was now going to give an excuse that he could call out. He was like, well, I'll tell you what, hop in the car. I'll drive you up the street. We'll go get some actual decent food. And the guy clearly kind of looked at me, my little brother, and my friend. We're just sitting in the car, and kids, young. And sure enough, we drove him. He hopped in. We drove him up the street to a soup kitchen that was right there.
I might hop in for a fresh meal now.
See?
Like, hey, you want to get a meal?
Fat.
What? An assassin. When my mom heard that story,
oh yeah, she was all this.
You let a Dallas hobo get it. I can't believe you.
I'm not even going to tell you about my first roommates who were all hippies. We're all, crunchy granola, don't care about our appearance. Spanging to go get an 18-pack of Busch.
That checks out.
And even sports beer, sponsored by HEB, was $5.99 a 12-pack.
Oh.
We crushed about $80 worth and had the worst hangovers in our lives. But he drove a Volkswagen Bug. They brought a hobo into the apartment where we lived.
Oh, yeah, that's next level.
And I'm at home, just maybe or may not allegedly burning a doobie. And this hobo walks in. We're all 16, 17 years old, 18 years old. And this 30-plus-year-old hobo who just reeks.
No way.
And my man's like, and my friend's like, oh, he's a cool dude, yeah. But I'm like, dude, this is the north side of San Antonio. He's going to rob our ass, if not kill us. We don't know this man. I was like, you need to vet him a little bit before you bring him into my domicile.
Hey, but look, you're sitting right here across from me. Everything worked out fine.
Trauma.
What would life be without trauma? It would be so boring. You would have so many less stories to tell. Now, before we go any further on this National 311 Day, LG, tell the good people how they can help support the program. I saw Royce already threw a super chat in there. Thank you, Royce. Happy birthday to the roommate. Happy belated birthday to Puma and your roommate. Thank you,
shout
sir.
out to Royce. Saw him at the SAFC game on Saturday. SAFC is 1-0 on the season, by the way.
Did they get their collective bargaining sorted out?
No, they actually they protested. As soon as the clock started, both teams stood there for 1 minute and did nothing, and then they started to play. Yeah.
You got to do something.
Yeah, you got to do something.
You got each day you got to go 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was about to say, next
minutes.
game it needs to just keep upping the ante.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not too sure what the deal is with that, but hopefully by next Saturday they'll have it all figured out. But you can support the show by doing what Royce did. Hit us up in the super chat. You can also join the social media because Captain put in some effort to make social media accounts.
He's been active on those.
Apparently
I've been learning.
so, yeah.
I've been learning.
So what is the address?
It's
this handle?
sportscave.live on everything, mostly. And you can always You can always jump into our chats. We'll tell you how to get a hold of those later on.
Yeah, Super Chat guarantees your chat will be read. Jump into the chat to join the conversation. We have an Amazon wish list in the description where you can buy us equipment to improve the quality of our show, although it's top notch already. What else? We've got memberships. Memberships for $5 a month. Join us there.
Maybe that's where you can share some of your trauma stories on members
We
only.
we could do like a bit called the captain's chair where he just goes like deep dive into
Deep dive into a story. I got a ton of them.
There you go. You can bring one of your many bartender friends
Look,
on.
we're gonna need
You
content.
act like that's a bad thing.
We're gonna need content in the summer again.
Yes.
When we are.
When we have our year meeting, a lot's going to be brought up.
That's right. Yeah, we are.
It's going to be like Festivus. I got a lot of problems with you people.
Our inaugural business meeting. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
The first of many that we will continue to have once a year.
And then also you can support the show by simply subscribing to this thing because we need as many subscribers as possible. We're aiming for the 1,000 mark.
Yep.
Because that is a milestone according to YouTube. So
And I haven't said it in a while. If you are listening on audio only, do us a favor, go throw us a subscription on YouTube. Even if you never watch it, it goes a really long way. The lame ass like and subscribe really does seem to help.
And I almost was like, if we got here earlier, I was going to talk about taking some money out of the kitty, and because lo and behold. Charlemagne's show, The Breakfast Club, talked about old Luke Cornett and the Magic City Monday. And
I'm sure they completely agreed with Luke and said he fully understands the cultural importance of Magic City to the city of Atlanta. And good job, Luke Cornett, for speaking out. I'm sure that was the whole segment.
just the other side of it. Just the other side of it. They rickrolled them. And but I did find out we can get Magic City wings sent to us.
they do ship nationally, yes.
Through Goldbelly.
Mm-hmm.
Which
And
is
it's very expensive. But you can get wings.
$100.
Yeah.
I wanted to take it out the kitty.
50 wings.
50 wings. I want to take it out the kitty.
Well, wait, that's only
and have-
$2 a wing.
It's not bad. But you got to buy 50 of them.
Yeah.
But between the three of us, we can get down on 50.
And they ship it with dry ice. And I don't think like it's the season to do that right now because that dry ice is going to melt by the time it gets to
Well, that's the whole thing. Dry ice doesn't melt because of heat.
It does melt. It does.
It's a gaseous
No,
thing.
it melts.
It does. The heat
And they
does-
actually have a disclaimer on there that the ice could melt before it arrives.
Damn it, LG.
I love
Swear. Don't get loud on me. He's been sipping on that Gervin vodka.
the battle. Yeah, I hear the Iceman vodka is pretty good.
Yeah, I have a ginger beer with vodka and lime juice right here.
Look at
That sounds quite
It's
refreshing.
the Moscow Mule minus the copper cup.
That's what I was about to say. It's literally just a mason jar mule.
You just got to go steal one.
I like that Mason jar mule. That's
There
what
you go.
it is.
That's what we're renaming
buddy.
it. I have a few questions, a follow up here. One, I didn't realize how educated you were on gaseous substances as you
got
just
gas,
described.
liquid. I just know dry ice, the heat does not affect it as much. It's like 5% or something.
Second question: do we still have to cook them ourselves?
Yeah, you got to throw them in the oven.
No, they're fully cooked. You just got to reheat them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
so you could have just said yes, LG, right? You could have just been like, yeah.
So we could throw
No,
'em-
he asked if you have to cook them.
So
I
we
said,
could, like-
no, you
no,
have
they
to
don't send
reheat
it raw.
them.
I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
just
yeah.
throw it in the oven.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. If I'm thinking of throwing something in the oven, I'm still thinking it needs to be
You think
cooked.
you're gonna microwave some Magic City wings?
Well, I was thinking air fry them.
You could probably air fry
You
them.
could- that's a
yeah,
good
you could
one.
probably
Get a
air
little
fry
bit more crisp on them.
Yeah,
them. Yeah, you could probably air fry them.
Okay. I might be in on this.
$100.
We
out
might
the-
need,
$100 out the kitty. We got $5 right now from Royce, man.
I was about to
if
say,
you want to
there's-
see us gobble down some wings, and of course, if you ever seen Lawrence eat wings, he puts the flat all the way in his mouth.
That's how you're supposed to
And
eat
this-
them. You pull it out. I'm right there with you, LG. Don't let him. That's the
He's
proper.
making stuff up.
That's the proper.
You ain't never seen me eat wings.
You ain't never seen me eat wings.
We need to have
I'm
maybe
I'm a flapper guy, by the way.
maybe by the time we get to playoff season,
Yeah.
when we might be doing some Spurs playoff watch parties.
All right.
Maybe having
little Magic City.
having some Magic City wings would be inappropriate, and that would give us a little bit of time to carve out $95 more.
I feel like it'd be better if we just ordered like the seasoning and then made our own wings with the Magic City seasoning.
Well, where's the magic? What's the magic?
There's no magic. It's got to be their magic.
Yeah, but I don't
It's
trust.
not-
I don't trust the shipping on that, especially Texas and the weather right now.
Oh, you mean you
Yeah.
don't trust?
Dry ice is different from real ice,
No.
man.
There's a disclaimer on the website.
Well, because that one person that complained and got sick, they have to put a disclaimer on it. It's like the one
No.
a-hole who just spilled coffee on themselves, and now every restaurant's got to be like, "Hey, our coffee's hot. Be careful."
Poor Bill Millers. I'm sorry.
Third question:
Third question.
what is Gold Belly?
That's a shipping service.
They ship out food from all sorts of restaurants.
It's like for all
nationwide.
the famous restaurants.
So you can get like Cat's Deli from New York shipped to you.
Roscoe's chicken
You
and
can
waffles.
get anything that's famous in America. You can get
I
shipped
checked
to
out
you.
Rendezvous Barbecue in Memphis, Tennessee, home of the dry rub, is some of the best ribs you'll ever eat in your mouth. Like, and I've gotten the seasoning, and it's not the same. So I will say
that's why you're
I'm
defiant.
I'm nixing that idea.
Somebody deep dived the Magic City website the other day. Apparently,
Yo, I deep dived all over
there
it.
you go. You looked at that menu, didn't you?
Oh,
I'll
baby.
tell you what, the catfish
Oh, baby,
nuggets.
I had to change shirts after that.
Not just the wings, the catfish nuggets.
Oh.
Those are fire as well.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, with these
Yep.
catfish nuggets, what
They're
are these?
fire.
My biggest fear in all of this is that what makes Magic City magic is not going to be able to be mailed to me on dry ice.
I hope there's like a box
Exactly.
of all the girls on there. Yeah. I'll give you the picture of the dancers.
Okay.
They would mail you the strippers as well, but that's crossing state lines.
Yeah, you
That's
can't
what's
do.
called
You get
sex
diddied
trafficking.
on that.
But if you do it as a cabaret from Austin to Dallas to Houston and just rotate the girl, that's not trafficking.
If we don't pay for the plane ticket, they come here on their own.
There you
accord.
go.
Okay,
They can't go on the Lovejoy Express or whatever it was called.
Fourth idea.
Bad boy.
You know, there's
We can
these.
take it to the club and get the full experience.
I was about to say there are some BYOB bring your own booze, bring your own food establishments.
I mean, LG's
There was
down to do a
one that
remote.
was operating with a generator during the pandemic that got shut down here locally, but I won't mention their names.
The old babes.
yeah, I thought we were.
It was the once fully nude place we had
I thought we were a pro
Before the-
business state, but
before
apparently
the pasty
not.
law went into effect.
Yeah, all right, quick story. Whenever I first started working in radio, I was working over at Kiss before I
Cox.
was Cox.
You
that's
should
right.
say it's Cox.
It's Cox.
Yes, Cox.
But before I was,
Cox was pretty good.
it was fun.
Cox.
It was great.
There's a drop.
Yeah,
Cox.
we'll use that. Before I was doing anything on the classic rock station, I was working in promotions for Kiss. That was the way I got my foot in the door. It was the very first job I ever had in radio, and one of the first remotes, one of the first appearances we did, remote broadcast, was at a BYOB strip club in Van Ormy.
Where's is that, like North Texas or what?
That is right south of 1604, right here in our fair burg of San Antonio.
So the South Side.
Southwest, yeah.
Oh, buddy.
But I
Bullet
knew,
holes and C-sections.
I knew nothing
That's
about
a good time.
I knew nothing about the city yet. I knew nothing really about the people I was working with at the time, which turned out to be great because when I told Derek from the Billy Madison show that he was the requested talent on this on this remote, he looked at it, didn't think anything about it. He's like, "Okay, cool, strip club. Yeah, I'll do it." And so then,
It's about 3 double wides put together.
buddy, it was somehow worse than that. It looked like an old like hay barn. So it was this long, skinny house.
Tell me
Or,
more.
like an old hay barn
Sounds
that
like
was
right up my alley.
when the wind blew
creaked.
the aluminum the sheets on the side of it was a barn. So when the wind blew, it would just slap up against against the siding, against the frame of this building. We walked in there.
The bass would just vibrate.
Oh yeah, the sound system they were like carrying in speakers.
Yeah.
When we got there for the remote, because I guess they had, it's a new sound system every night. Some guy just hooking up a boom box.
It's like old LG in this DJ days.
So the
dude.
DJ is literally using a karaoke machine
Yeah.
to do the stage announcements. And that was like
Candy to the stage right after this.
that
Candy
was
to the
the
stage.
first remote I did for Kiss. And I just remember Derek saying, all right, we got 2 hours. If we survive the first hour, we're leaving at 15 minutes after that. Like that's like there's no way.
We're cutting it short.
Yeah, like he's like, I need you to like fake a sickness or do something that will get us out of here in under 2 hours. Because neither one of us had any idea. And granted, it was one of the better appearances I ever did for Cox because
You
there aren't a lot of rules down there.
You got to be a stand-up guy for Cox. You know,
You do. You've
got to put in that hard work.
that's right. You gotta. Never mind. You got to keep a rigid schedule.
A stiff upper lip.
There it is.
You're no Bob Costas.
No, the
Hey, Bob.
the greatness of Costas.
Those are two good dicks.
You want to get into it? Since we are,
Before we get into it, Royce had a super chat here for $5 and we didn't even read it. He said, "Happy belated birthday to Puma and your roommate."
See, this is why you know he's drunk, because Puma did do that.
Oh, did you read it?
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention.
Would you like me to join you now to gang up against
so
him?
now y'all aren't teaming up on me.
Yes.
We can team up on LG.
Yes,
Okay,
LG.
team up. So we'll give him another one. He says, "It's the pizza that makes Magic City great, not the wings." And I'm going to have to step in here and say...
Disagree.
No, I'm going to have to say pizza, we need to remove that from our vocabulary because of the Epstein files. Because pizza means something different now.
I don't know. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it.
Look,
I'm gonna have to say, because
No.
the Pizzagate was BS. That's that
It has
pizza
nothing
shop.
to do with Pizzagate, but the Epstein files, over 900 references to pizza, which has been determined to mean
took it from us?
child sex.
Oh God!
So I mean,
Why'd you have to put child in front of it?
well, if you're
Because
going,
that's what it means in the Epstein files.
if you're going to defiantly try to reclaim pizza, why don't you just reclaim the Charlie Chaplin mustache too? They took that from us as well.
You see me contemplating over here my
No,
decision now. Like I'm like, damn.
You should have just let me
Why
team up
did he take
with
it from
you
us?
against LG and say, as I just said, no, thank you, Royce. I didn't know Magic City served. I wonder, is it
R.I.P. pizza?
Is it Detroit style, New York by the slice? Is it
I think it's fully bare.
8:33? Let's get into what I watched last night. So,
Deep dish for sure.
what's the score now on the Mexico-Italy game?
Let's check it.
Where are we at? Because joked about the
Extra
tiebreakers
innings.
and how ridiculous.
It looks like we. Oh no, that's the Yankee score. 8-1. Go Yankees.
Are you getting spring training score updates?
I sure do. 8-1. Top of the eighth. 1 out. So
Okay,
it's looking pretty solid
so
for the Americans. Not so. I love this the meme that I got earlier. We have to watch the Italian Americans. Does your parent? You want to come over for dinner tonight? No, I have to watch the Italian Americans and the Mexican Americans battle it out to see who represents America. If Americans are going to represent, or the Italian or Mexican Americans are going to represent.
that's almost as convoluted as the tiebreaker rules.
Exactly.
And none of that makes any sense. Just like the
They're all
tiebreaker rules.
Americans with a little bit of descent of Italy, and
Except for the pitcher for Czechia,
yeah, he's
the
full check.
the
doesn't make
farmer
sense.
that fastball barely tops out at 80 miles an hour, but he struck out Otani 2 years ago, and he's a Japanese hero. I saw him get his send off the other night in Japan because I'm still staying up till 4 a.m. watching the Eastern pool of games.
LG can do that.
So last night, what do you mean? We all love the Gong Show. That's all. It's just a reference to classic American television.
Gong Show was pretty racist.
Hey, I mean,
Except for the remake with Mike Myers. No good.
oh God, I'd forgotten about that. That was
Was it like
terrible.
half a season or what?
Yeah, I think they burned that off.
That's
real
Canadians'
fast.
national treasure right there.
He'll be happy. Canada advanced earlier.
Really?
They're going to make their first quarterfinal ever in WBC history. But despite a late rally, USA lost to Italy last night, 8-6, and it felt going into that game. If you had just seen the clip of Mark DeRosa earlier in the day, he was on MLB Network. Mark DeRosa, Team USA's manager, and he was talking about his lineup for the night and the pitching decisions, all of his managing decisions he was going to make in the game last night. And he said, because, we've already qualified, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. That's the gist of the quote.
But then the starting pitcher was going to start no matter what.
But it's the bullpen, the way he manages the bullpen. The starter was locked in, but Bryce Harper didn't start.
Yeah.
Bregman didn't start. You had Ernie Clement and Goldschmidt starting instead. You could tell if DeRosa had just misspoke.
Yeah. Well,
I think he would
say he
have
misspoke. He did say
right, but
yeah.
if it was just a misspeak in the moment yesterday afternoon, his lineup would have been different because he would have realized or actually have known that the USA had not already qualified, which is why we find ourselves tonight looking at all of these ridiculous tiebreakers we're going to talk about in a second.
Because we had that was yesterday, so I didn't really deep dive. You probably saw more pitches than I did because I was watching the Spurs game, and every time I just turned back because like once they went up 3-0, I was like, all right, are we already in? Because I thought I heard that, and then I flip it back, got it on double screen, and I'm not listening to him because I'm listening to the Spurs, and then they go up 5-0, and I'm like, oh, what the hell? Spurs in, I go out running around doing stuff, stop in. We're mounting a comeback.
Yeah.
And it all left to my man, Aaron Judge. You need to do Judge things and hit that homer at the end.
Oh, no, he did judge things.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold up.
What do you mean?
Put some respect on that man's name.
He absolutely did what we expect him to do. He crumbled in the moment.
Oh, my God.
And it was Pete Crow Armstrong.
Do you remember last playoffs? That was just months ago.
I remember last night
Judge
when PCA
hitting four something with multiple home runs and double-digit RBIs all through the Toronto series. He was the only person.
All through the first 5 innings of games and no hits after the 7th inning.
He's a national treasure.
I knew this would get you. The amount of Aaron Judge slander and clutch jokes.
It will not be taken, dude. It will not be taken.
I will tell you this now. I had so many sent to me with just the caption, "Hey, show this to Cap." I've got a whole
Y'all
folder.
really love me.
It's
Y'all
great.
really, really love me.
You don't pick on somebody you don't care. You don't care about. Take it as a sign of endearment. Yeah, a Judge had the chance there at the end to tie it, or at least keep the rally going.
He's a better. I don't think it's the moment. I think it's spring training. But he was crushing it with the Yankees before he went off into the World Baseball Classic, and he will probably tell. I didn't hear him speak after the game, but I guarantee you'd have been like, I wouldn't swing at that. I don't know why I swung at that pitch. He's a better hitter now in the past 3 years.
Oh, for sure. Look at the averages.
And plate control.
Yeah.
And that thing was diving down into the dirt, and he just saw something inside, and he's like, oh, my God.
I'm going to turn on this.
He threw me a meatball.
He saw PCA crush a couple of those that were turning inside that he was able to hook into that right field porch there in Houston. Yeah. You said something, though. As I'm watching these games, especially last night, and seeing Team USA's offense be non-existent for first half of that game, majority of that game, it's hard to not wrap my head around, but it's hard to think about these games as normal spring training games because yes, it's a completely meaningless tournament that is all driven by corporate sponsors to make money in a time, and when we would just be watching spring training games
Every
or
sport's
looking
got
at boxing.
their World Cup version.
Exactly,
you know?
1,000%. So it's as I'm watching, I'm thinking like specifically guys chasing bad pitches. If I was watching a Ranger and playing a split squad game in Surprise, Arizona, chase a bad pitch, I'd be like, oh, it's spring training. Like,
Yeah.
Of course he's swinging at that. He's not locked in yet. But as I'm watching last night, I'm like, how the hell do you swing at that? Like, you're
Yeah.
Aaron freaking Judge. Like this, but it is. I do think there needs.
He's crushed 4 this already. He 2 home runs back-to-back games.
I do think the not leniency, but the
And Royce, that was for you. That's what he's doing now, not history. 2 home runs in the back 2 games, except for last night's.
he hit 2 against Mexico. Oh no, he hit the one,
and then the one before.
other. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you now. I as much as I want USA to advance, and it looks like they're going to now.
Mm-hmm.
I also thought it would have been hilarious with all of this team, dream team talk and Mark DeRosa saying he thought they had already advanced for them to not get out of the poll.
That would have been the biggest fumble, and
Yeah, that would have been.
that would have been pie on the American's face.
But it also would have honestly probably killed a whole lot of my enthusiasm for the rest of this tournament because I'm not. I mean, like this Italy story is great. They're beating Mexico 9-1 right now. They're going to be undefeated in pool play with wins over Mexico and USA.
They were talking about making a statue for the manager who's full Italian.
Cicerelli, right?
Yeah,
Cervelli, your former Yankee catcher. Yeah.
Cervelli, man. Well, he hit 2 yesterday and he hit 1 today because he's the captain, right?
Oh no. That's the Italian manager.
Oh, oh yeah. But the catcher for Italy, Italy leads
Dude, they're
the
raking.
classic, like the WBC in home runs with 11. That was before if I've seen any of these ones became home runs.
Yeah, Francisco Cervelli is the manager.
Oh, okay. So now it's 12.
You've also got Jorge Posada as the hitting coach on that Italian team, Italy.
Posada, man, one of the I would say second greatest catcher in Yankees history.
Yeah, I mean, who would he even be going up against?
I mean, well, you got Yogi's the first.
Well, that's
of
what I'm
course,
saying. Yogi
but
clearly won, but who's even?
No, not like Posada with his tenure, with his playoff experience. He's second. He's second best catcher.
Wasn't Thurman Munson catcher?
Yeah, for a little bit, but that was during the down years.
Yeah.
Unless he played a little bit of the 70s with Reggie, but he had more bad down years than good years.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of anybody possibly that you would even argue. I guess, yeah, Munson would be the first name that came to my mind. But yeah, so this tiebreaker score, the way it works is,
And you're gonna have me doing calculus again.
this is going to give you tired head. And luckily, we don't have to worry about it as much because of how it played out. But going into this game, the way the U.S. could advance, it was, first of all, if Italy beats Mexico at all, we advance. USA's in. So, as I said, it's a 9-1 game right now in, I think, the 7th inning. It looks like
Oh no, bottom of the 8th.
bottom of the 8th now. Okay, we've moved even further. So it doesn't look like Mexico's going to come back. So the easiest way for Team USA to advance was Italy winning, which it looks like they're going to do. But the other scenario for how this could have played out, so if Mexico had beaten Italy and scored 5 runs, then USA would have advanced. But if Mexico had beaten Italy and only had scored 4 runs or less, Mexico and Italy would have advanced
Exactly.
because it's total runs given up. So going into this game
It's like
tonight,
run versus out versus inning average.
that's exactly
And
what it is. It's runs
so-
allowed
It's ridiculous.
divided by defensive outs recorded. So
Yeah.
the only way at this
Factored
point
in per inning.
you would need at this point now you would need this game to go to 15 innings
And
and Mexico win in the 15th inning.
by at least a run. Well, it can only be a run.
Sure.
Because
And
they're,
then
'cause
that
they're the bottom team, unless they crush like a 3-run home run to go 2. But
over
however
now.
they win in 15 innings, them two would advance. And I'm just wondering how much hate U.S. has endured if Italy just wants to sit there and just be like, "Here's your big old meatball right down the middle."
you
A
threw it out
lot of
there.
errors. Like, oh, I missed that ball.
You threw it out there before we started the show. Like, I think both of us thought there was a really good chance
I thought there
that
was gonna be some collusion.
I thought it was going to be a 1-0 game. So they were both just like, "Hey, look, let's screw the Americans. We don't care. You win 1-0, we'll win 1-0."
But
Doesn't
in
matter.
America's greatest pastime game, they play to win the game. No,
Yeah.
no tanking.
Italy is certainly taking that strategy to heart.
You play to win the game.
Did not anticipate them being the undefeated team coming out of this group. The rest of the groups, we had Japan and Korea advance from the Eastern bracket, and then I'm pretty sure we've got everybody else.
Puerto Rico advanced.
Yeah,
Canada advanced.
yeah, Canada, Puerto Rico from that group, and then the only other group, Venezuela and Dominican Republic advance. So looks like, I mean, if you're looking at all of the teams,
Well, I'm looking at like the Friday games. Korea, and then to be announced. Then Puerto Rico to be announced Saturday. Canada to be announced. And then Japan to be. And so 4 are going. And one of them is going to be Italy. And most likely U.S. So that leaves 2 more that are going to advance. So that's Dominican Republic. And who else did you say?
Venezuela, yeah, they're playing right now.
Yeah.
But both of them are guaranteed to advance because they're both 3-0 and they're playing each other. So one will be undefeated, one will be second place, 3-1.
I thought Israel was going to. I thought they had a shot.
Yeah, they
All the crap they're dealing with.
yeah, they've got more pressing issues. So they turn around and play tomorrow,
Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday's the third place game.
but it's single elimination now at this point, right?
It's single elimination. So it's basically quarterfinals. Then the semi, what was it? What?
So who is the so USA will be the number 2 seed.
Yeah. So after this, the first games are going to be Friday, and then Saturday are going to be the battle of that. Then Sunday, you have the semifinal, and then Monday semifinal, and then Tuesday is World Championship. So I guess they don't play for third.
Yeah, I mean,
There's not a
really
third
no
place game.
need.
Yeah.
Okay, so USA is which pool?
USA is
B, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So the USA will play. Oh, USA Canada. USA Canada on Saturday is how this is shaping up. Because you'll have Puerto Rico playing Italy.
Can we get some more tension with USA Canada with all the Olympic hockey and the tariffs?
It's been a good run for the rivalry. The rivalry that really didn't exist outside of hockey.
We didn't need it.
Outside of hockey, there wasn't really much of a rivalry. So the only other spots to be determined are that Venezuela Dominican Republic game. That will be who Korea or Japan plays. Man, the U.S. might have. I mean, you'd much rather play Canada than Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
So you kind of got the easier draw being the second place team coming out of this group, because you'd play Canada in the quarterfinal elimination round instead of taking on Puerto Rico. I'd take that every
I wonder if the
single
man
day.
just like, this is exactly how he drew it up.
The only problem is because they are now in the second place bracket, it means they would play Japan in the semifinal. So you'd play Canada first. If you beat Canada, then you'd play, well, assuming Japan beats either Venezuela or Dominican Republic. These are some great games.
Yeah.
Actually, now looking at the whole,
Well, we always knew the semifinals. Like, I mean, did we take Canada and Italy as a threat? Not really. Maybe Canada a little bit, but I thought it was going to be, Italy. I thought it was going to be Mexico and us moving on.
Same.
But as the old Wes jumps in the chat, they're in full swing in the Houston Rodeo, and they're over there talking about Italy baseball.
Well,
That's how much everybody's tuned into this.
the Italian, the history of baseball in Italy is so rich. We now have to do. We've done 45 minutes basically on. No, let's shift to something else that isn't Houston Rodeo related. I'm assuming all of us were watching the Spurs game last night when they cut in for to see Bam Adebayo shoot free throw number 43 or whatever it was. Well, LG, you were there working, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, I would imagine there wasn't. Well, I'll ask you this: was there any kind of recognition or acknowledgement in the building?
Absolutely not. No,
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No, I had no idea until after the game was over.
So they didn't cut to like the Jumbotron.
No, absolutely not. We had a game. We were against the Celtics. Come on now.
I was at a Ranger game growing up when they were really just terrible. I mean, one of the worst teams in baseball.
As like you'd like to say, ass.
Yeah, just straight ass. It was the night Randy Johnson threw his last no-hitter when he was pitching in Arizona. And the Ranger game was so bad and they were so awful. They were just playing the live game footage of Randy Johnson pitching, going for a no-hitter up on the Jumbotron as the Ranger game just kept being played. It just kept going. And I remember as a kid looking in the stands, and it was like 90% of the people looking up at the Jumbotron and 10%. And those were the people that were, keeping the score of the game, real diehards.
Oh, that's me. That's a swing and a miss. All right.
And they started showing Randy Johnson's no-hitter in like the 7th inning. So you got like an hour of baseball just played on the Jumbotron because the Rangers were so bad. So obviously a lot of the conversation today is about the fraudulent nature of Bam's 83 points last night and how it compares directly to the man he passed in Kobe Bean Bryant.
So you said you haven't looked at the stats.
I'm trying to get them up now. Yeah.
So I want to just put it out there. When they got to 60, when you get to 60, you're getting fed the ball every time. Everybody's throwing double and triple screens for you. They're just like, they're getting the rebound. They're not putting up the easy back. They're passing the ball back to you. That happened with Kobe as well. And Toronto was not a contender when Kobe did the 81. I love it. As much as I hated the man, but I got to respect him, because he was a Spurs killer.
The Raptors were 14 and 27.
Once again,
the Lakers were 3 games over 500. They were 22 and 19.
Yeah, and that was that was his farewell year, where the year before or the year before that, he quit in the playoffs.
You want to hear the Raptors starters that night?
Oh, let's go for it.
I mentioned Jalen Rose.
Yeah.
Spurs legend Matt Bonner.
The Red Mamba.
Mike James, point guard. Mo Pete, a former Michigan State star, but
not in his
Mo
best
Pete,
form.
yeah. And then a young Chris Bosh. That's our second Chris Bosh reference on the show tonight.
Yeah,
A
and
young
that was-
Chris
that
Bosh
must've been
was
the
on that
year-
roster.
I think he was checked out and he got traded to the
Not yet.
The Herald.
No. This was still young Chris Bosh. This is 06.
What time? When did he go to Miami?
2010?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that first year was the 2010-2011 NBA season. That was the first year of the Heatles.
I really thought, like, when did Kobe retire? Like 09 or 010?
Was it that late?
See, that's what I thought. Like, I thought it was later. I thought he retired in 2012.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, no, 2015.
It's 16,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
he announced it in 2015, 2016 season was his last year.
And he got the 81 game that.
7 or what was
10
that?
years,
10 years
10
before.
years before.
Yeah.
And
felt-
18 free throws as opposed to 43.
Okay, so you're looking at the same thing I am.
Yeah.
Then the
But can we also say the last quarter of that game? Because I watched the highlights. They were just mugging him going up to the basket. They were not letting him get a shot off. They were double, triple teaming him. All that good stuff.
so I
But-
have the scoring totals from the game by quarter. The Raptors were up by 7 after the first quarter, and then they were up by 14 at halftime.
Yeah.
So the Lakers down by 14. And then in the third quarter, the Lakers outscored the Raptors by 20 points. And so they were up by 6 at the end of the third quarter.
So it was still a game.
It was still a close game. So that's a little different than Bam's night last night because
It wasn't 140 to 100. It was 140 to 25
so Bam's
or 150 to like they were only up by like 20 or under.
it's the exact opposite. The Heat were up by 14 at the half last night, whereas the Lakers were down by 14 at the half. But as far as actual, shooting statistics or shots taken or anything like that, as LG said, Bam attempted 43 free throws, which is now a new NBA record as well.
Who held the record before him?
Wilt.
LeBron.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Wilt. Bam made 36 free throws. And as LG said, Kobe only had, what'd you say, 18?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah, 18, made 18, attempted 20. But let's start with that. Is it Bam's fault that they fouled him that many? What is I think that's...
Nobody on the Wizards wanted to see him break Kobe's record. And if you're going to keep sending him to the line being like, oh, this is better because he's not. What was his 3 points? He made 7 or 9.
So he attempted 22 3-pointers.
Yeah, exactly.
And he made 7.
Exactly.
Kobe attempted 13, but also made 7.
Exactly.
So same amount of 3-pointers made. Kobe was 28 for 46 in all field goal, 61% from the field. So actually way more efficient of a number than I remembered. And Bam was 20 of 43 for 46.5%. So Bam took
It's not
43 shots.
Egregious.
Kobe took 46. Kobe actually took more shots, but he made a much higher percentage of the shots he took.
But Kobe's the Mamba. He's the shooter. He's he gets to the rack. Bam was the defensive guy. He came in as defense.
How many names would you have had to list?
Oh.
If I told you at the beginning of this NBA season,
I'd be in the 90s or 100s.
one player will score 83 points in a game this season.
I would have said Luka.
Start listing names.
Luka.
Who most likely?
Yeah.
Luka probably just because Lakers, he's
Curry,
gunning.
if he goes off on threes.
Maybe Wemby if he's making threes and dominating inside. Jokic would lose interest after he got to 50.
But see, that's
or
why I think
so.
Wemby would start. He wouldn't play enough minutes.
Yeah, and he wouldn't do as he probably wouldn't have teammates intentionally missing free throws like the Heat did last night, or intentionally fouling up 20 with a minute and a half left to increase the total number of possessions. Yeah,
that Kobe was also 5-time champion, and Bam has 0 chips.
Yeah, I guess Bam
At
just
that
has.
point, when
Bam's
he hit
got the
80.
one NBA Finals appearance.
That's it.
Yeah, I guess.
Similar age, 26 when Kobe hit his 80, and 27 for
Kobe
Bam.
was only 26 when he did it.
Blowing my mind.
It's revisionist history, isn't it?
Yep.
Like I completely forgot.
I thought he was on the downward of his thing, past competing for championships.
10 years before retirement.
That is nuts. I thought this was like close to his farewell game, and they just kept feeding him the ball. I think he scored
feeding him.
Maybe that's when he like scored like 60 or something. I think he on his last game, didn't he score like 60 points?
Yeah, he had another big scoring night at the end.
Maybe that's what I'm
That's
thinking.
probably that's what you're thinking of, because I remember that
the
too
last
now.
game in the Lakers. Yeah, all right.
And he was getting his shot. He scored 60 exactly, I think it was, right?
Yeah, something like that.
It was a nice
But I
even
thought that
number.
was like closer to the 83 game, but God, he did that so much younger.
That's
But,
crazy, right?
Hey, good for Bam. You do what you do when you get the ball. And if I'm on a heater and he scored 31 points in the first, he had 40 some odd points coming out of the half. Then he goes on another 20-point run in the third. Are you taking this man out? No.
No, and I thought it was
Give it like I'd be more pissed with the Wizards being like, do a different scheme to not let this man get the ball and it's not ganging up on him and fouling him and sending him to the line 40 times
I thought that was
for 40 shots. But all right,
as much as I hate to admit it, I think Eric Spoelstra is probably, if he's not the best coach in the NBA now that Pop's gone, he's right there with whoever you want to argue.
Steve
I mean,
Kerr,
he's on the top 3, top 4 Rushmore of current NBA coaches, and I thought he handled it really well, because I don't think you obviously don't go into that game thinking one of your guys is going to have a chance to break Kobe's 81-point game. But when you see a guy score, 32 in the first quarter? 31 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
As soon as you see that, I thought the way he handled the rest of the night was perfect. Yeah. I mean, let him go for it. You're playing the Wizards.
He had just under 50 going into the half. And he goes over and talks to him. How you feeling? How's the knees? You feel rested? You want to stay in there? And he's like, yo, I want to try to beat Kobe.
So
and I was like, and Spoelstra's like, oh, in our great year this year, let me go ahead and just draw up a new game plan.
This is where I think you have some ammunition if you want to point out the fraudulent nature of Bam's night. In the first half, he was 12 of 14 on free throws.
Yeah.
He attempted 14 free throws in the first half. In the second half, he attempted 29.
Dude, like I told you.
I know.
They just started mugging him.
Right.
That was the Wizards' thing. It was
Well,
like,
and even the record-breaking, shot, the free throws that he made to pass Kobe, watching that live last night, again, I understand the narrative.
What an exciting game.
Well, yeah. I was just wondering where the hell the Spurs game went.
Yeah.
Watching that live, I understand now today a lot of the conversation is, yeah, but Bam shot so many, such and such free throws. But it's like, but did the Wizards not foul? Like on that last play where they cut in and showed it, that's a foul on the Wizards.
Yeah.
Bam's hard charging to the rim. You foul him.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to affect or tarnish the legacy of the game somehow? The decisions to intentionally miss free throws and intentionally foul when you're up by 20 with a minute and a half left, 3 minutes left in the game, that tarnishes it. But that's nothing Bam did.
Yeah.
That's what his teammates did.
He wanted to go for it.
Exactly.
And he went for it. And if the Wizards are going to do their original defensive plan, which is the Olay defense, or foul him, they foul him, So they gave him the record for fouls. He got 83. Let's move on to the Spurs.
I got Wilt's box score here. Just for comparison, the game where Wilt scored 100, he shot shot the ball 63 times, which was what did Kobe shoot? 46.
Yeah.
And Bam 43. So Wilt was 20 more shot attempts. He was 28 for 32 from the free throw line. So 11 less free throws than Bam to get to his 100-point game.
The reason why I had to shoot so many, because there's no 3-pointers back then. All 2s. But,
Yeah, even if you had told
but
me
he was in the paint. I bet that man was in the paint or on the elbow.
if you had told me Bam shot 22 threes in a game, just to begin with, I'd be like, what the hell was going on?
And only shooting at a 33% clip.
Yeah, why? Why? Like that must have been terrible basketball. Why were they doing that? Yeah, let's move into the Spurs so we save a little bit of time for the main seggy. We're already at our tight hour.
Tight.
9:06. Let's talk some Spurs. Where do you want to start from that game last night? The 125-116 win over the Celtics.
Sloppy second half. Too many jacking up threes. But the real story is, unfortunately, the utter meltdown and everybody placating the fact that this was an obvious foul from Jaylen Brown. That man quoted earlier this year when they only attempted 4 free throws and 0 for him, which he is second among the league for shooting at the line at the moment. Don't complain about not going to the line. You're the second most in the NBA.
What do you mean obvious foul by Jaylen Brown? He was obviously fouled by Stephon Castle.
No, I
call.
said the obvious foul on Jaylen Brown.
Oh,
The obvious no call.
Yeah.
There was no foul called on
No,
Jaylen
let me
Brown.
go ahead and do the air quotes.
A technical foul.
The obvious foul, because he didn't get pushed by Stephen Castle.
Yeah,
like
he
that.
did.
He kind of did.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that much in the split second afterwards made him fall into somebody?
No, I think
That was a flop.
I think two things are
No.
true. I think there was a push to the back and an embellishment
He
to try to
embellished
call
it.
the call.
It was a no call.
to draw
There's
the call.
There's the thing. If he didn't, once again, there's a cause and reaction. All right, the cause
He
was
overreacted.
No doubt.
Once again,
Wemby gets elbowed in the face every game. That's all I'm saying. And then he continues to play.
Can we mute him?
He took an open palm slap to the face in the
Shout
first
out,
quarter.
Shout
last
out to the
night.
girl who got pushed down by Jaylen Brown as he flopped out of
The little
bounds,
girl.
who was wearing a Castle jersey, by the way.
How ironically appropriate is that?
Right, like get out of here. Just
I
mush your
missed
face.
that. I missed that fun
Just
fact.
mush your face. The fact that if he didn't go into the bench and make it so obliviously floppish looking, even though technically, yeah, he got a little push in the back, they would have called a foul, and he wouldn't have been like, oh, is that a foul or a flop? Because there's no way. I didn't see that kind of a push.
Are you familiar with the name Tyler Ford? Does that do anything for you?
I don't know TJ. Ford.
Referee.
He is the little.
He's a little whistle heavy.
He's a little. Well, it's not. It might not be that he's necessarily whistle heavy. It's the smug defiance anytime he either makes a call or obviously is
Missing the call.
or is just views it as a no call. And Jaylen Brown immediately after he got ejected last night from the locker room posted on social media.
This is the ish I'm
This
talking
is the ish
about.
I'm talking about. And that ish he's talking about is specifically Tyler Ford.
Yeah.
He's one of the officials that multiple players have called out as this guy thinks he's more important than the actual game being played that he's officiating.
He threw out Greg Popovich for running at him similarly to what happened last night.
Yeah.
So if he's got a track record, wouldn't you kind of talk about that but pregame?
You would think so. Yeah, you would think
To
so.
be like, hey, cool, we gotta have cooler heads on this one. This guy,
Yeah, because we know he's just fishing
He's
for
gonna-
some
To
To be
confrontation.
fair, he ran at the other referee, not the one who called the first technical foul.
That's right.
He ran at Tyler Ford, who was all the way across the court and had nothing to do with the first call.
That's how it played out because the first Tyler Ford technically assessed the first one.
Yeah.
And then Jaylen Brown charged, ran, whatever you want to call it. And that when the one of the other officials
I would
saw
say a
it,
charge. It was an aggressive walking.
it was an aggressive. Yeah,
And nobody was in between them. And 4 of his teammates saw that, and they had to back him up.
Spurs security had to go out there and handle the man.
Yeah. So
it was a little ridiculous.
So let's say, like, once again, going back to this, you try to do a flop to embellish a foul that I'd call it 80-20. It's a foul. Some people are going to call it, 80% of people are going to call it. 20% aren't going to call it.
Also, it's the second quarter.
Second quarter, and you're up.
3.5 minutes left in the half.
And you're up. And it's not the end of the game. This is like Jaylen Brown went in there with a mission. And I rewatched the first half of it. They were letting them play on some plays.
Mm-hmm. Well, as LG said,
Wemby got smacked right in the face with a
as he does every game.
Sam Hauser gave him the business.
Yeah.
And he left the game for a while
and
he went to the locker room.
Then another person got slapped, and we got 3 slaps in the face. So I'm like,
Wemby's over there getting cut man treatment on the bench like every game.
And I kind of love it. Like, I love the physicality.
Yeah, you see all the scars on him. He's like, I just like getting all these new scars and whatnot.
I love it.
But so the reaction to it is what got him to that 20% where I'm not going to call that, man. That's a little too much right there.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you're
So
exactly
you're coming
right.
at me. You're barking at me. Yep. I'm looking at you. I'm hearing you. And I'm literally saying, let's continue the game. It's the second quarter.
Move on.
Let's move on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. Then he turns around, says something to him, points at him. Tech. That's a tech. And like, I'd give that to most of the refs in the league. They're going to call a tech after they sit there and listen to you for a while. And they're just like, let's just play the game. This is not the most critical thing. You're up. You know, I'm not calling. This is a tough physical game. A playoff finals preview, if so. Then you go back after getting the tech and you charge the man while his back is turned to him at the time. He's not facing him. And 4 players have to restrain him. That other ref that had nothing to do it, who ejected him, had all the right in the world to do that. Because what if his players missed it?
Look at that face, though. Wouldn't you
want
to
he's got a smackable face.
Wouldn't you just want to?
He's got a smackable face, but that's the restraint you have to have when you're the leader on the thing. And I had to hear Stephen A. Smith scream about how egregious and blah, blah, blah. You know, like, stop it.
Conspiracy theory?
Wasn't he just fined the last game $35,000 for criticizing the refs and saying that the Spurs defend well, but they don't defend that well?
Exactly. And he's like, fine me. He knew. So then he goes and does this, and he's going to take another fine, but it cost him the game initially.
Conspiracy theory?
What's that?
Jason Tatum came back. This was his 3rd game back.
Yeah.
You think maybe Jaylen Brown's just a little pissed off about hearing how Jason Tatum is now the savior back from injury? He recovered faster than any human possible.
Yeah.
He's going to come
It's a
back
year injury.
This Celtics season was absolutely a throwaway year, but now Tatum's coming back early.
And they're an actual championship.
Jaylen Brown kept us in it, but now Tatum's back to carry us to another championship.
Tatum's the captain.
I think there's... I don't think I mean, if we ever get a split of those 2 guys or one of those guys leaves Boston, maybe we'll get more of a full story. But I've been, this is the time of year where I start listening to way more Bill Simmons again. Yeah. So obviously he's talking a lot of Celtics and NBA. And he pointed out the fact that, you know, throughout this year, you haven't heard Jaylen Brown say a whole lot about, like, yeah, we can't wait to get Tatum back. You know, this season, you know, as soon as we get...
He's been smug about, like, oh, I've always played defense like this and all. Right. He's been a little smug ass all year.
I think he's kind of just pissed off about Tatum being back, and he'll get over it, but he's going to take it out on Tyler Ford and whoever else for the next week or so.
You'll never see Wemby do that. You would never see Duncan do that. I don't think you see Kobe doing that. I don't think you see Jordan doing that. In a regular season game, that means a lot, and you got to go play the Thunder next time. He could be like, I know they're not going to do it, but that could be up for review for suspension. You charge the referee with nobody in between y'all. What were you going to do? Get in his face and push him? Because that's what it looked like it was going to do, what was happening.
Quick search, because you got me thinking. Jordan was only ejected from one NBA game in his entire career, and it was with 0.5 seconds left in the third overtime of a game against the Utah Jazz, where he got his second technical foul for bumping the referee after the ref called a foul.
Because Jordan wanted to win more than being right.
You play to win the game.
You win the game. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I will sit there and bite my lip, and I will sit there and take it out on the floor, and I'm going to win that game despite you, despite your horrible calls.
I feel like Kobe had way more. Yeah, okay. Kobe was ejected 7 times during his career.
But were any of them in the second quarter in a regular season game?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, but they but not the Jordan argument I agree with. But I think that's about the only one, because there were very few other people.
I mean, Timmy Laughing got ejected.
Timmy. I forgot you said Timmy too. Yeah,
but
that doesn't really.
When you're obviously Tatum's on limited minutes,
I don't think the laughing ejection counts though.
He was showing me up on the pitch. He was laughing.
Who was that? LG Joey Crawford, right?
Yes, Crawford
challenged him to a fight.
But I'm just like. He's got to look personally, and everybody on the 4-letter network and everybody's like, this is egregious and blah, blah, blah. It's Spurs hate. You know, you got big market.
How is it Spurs hate?
It's big market Boston. You got, Wembanyama, who's a foreigner, versus Jaylen Brown, who's an American.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm following.
We just came from the Olympics, and we got the World Baseball Classics.
It was an NBC broadcast who
National
just broadcast the Olympics.
Yeah, and arguably I wouldn't say head runner MVP, but top 3 in MVP gets thrown out in the second quarter. They want to talk about you just can't do that.
Oh, Jalen's not even top 5 in MVP.
Why can't you?
Or he is 5th.
Yeah,
he's 5th. I just looked at him earlier.
Okay, but that was his chance on national TV to put up an MVP style game, and Wemby did, and Jaylen gets thrown out in the second.
What if we just learn he's going through a custody battle like Luka is? Who knows what else was going through?
As I tell my employees, keep your business at home.
That's right.
And don't bring it to work.
That's correct.
I'm sorry. It will happen. I'll get it. I'll let you slide on a couple things. But getting thrown out in the second, charging a ref after he already teed you up, go over to the other side of the court.
Not the same ref, by the way.
No.
It's a completely different ref.
You got both of them
the dude's
involved.
back was turned. He didn't see him charging him.
Yeah, and the other one saw it
The other
from
one
across
saw it,
the
and
court.
he saw 4 guys having to restrain him.
Okay, so final vote from the panel. Was the ejection justified?
Absolutely.
LG.
Absolutely.
I agree. I think it was absolutely justified.
You can't do that.
And the stupid arguments of you can't do that because it's a nationally televised
game. You can't
game.
eject someone? No. If I'm going to eject them on a Bally's program, I'm going to eject them on NBC.
That's the same thing.
The rules apply.
That's why I get so frustrated.
This is not Nam. There's rules to this.
If Pop gets ejected by the same referee for the same exact action, then yes, he should be ejected.
Yeah. It's justified. I hate the argument of, well, they shouldn't have done it because it's a nationally televised game.
And it ruins the product.
Right. Why not
Jaylen ruin the product?
Who cares?
Exactly. Now you're saying, well, you should be able to get away with more if it's a nationally televised game, which is the same logic behind the argument that drives me crazy of, well, you can't call a foul like that at the end of a game. It's was it a foul?
It's the same logic. It's that guy's a superstar. He should get the calls. What's the difference between a rookie and the superstar? The calls should be consistent.
True.
They're not, but they should be.
They should
Absolutely
be.
Not.
Yeah.
But
national, local, doesn't matter. Call it consistent.
I think the coach needs to realize that Jalen's he's on a little fiery streak. And if that's happening, you see him getting all flustered, timeout, go out there yourself and get in between them. Get the technical yourself.
Yeah, pull him out. The first
Jaylen.
tech, you pull him to the bench and calm him down.
And if Jalen's still going, then you go and fight for your teammate and you get a tech.
From a viewing perspective, it was kind of a bummer to see it play out the way it did because I wanted to see. I mean, it ended up being a
I
good
like a
game,
dub,
but
I like a dub.
Did you see how Keldon Johnson was perfectly in sync with the referee for the tech, and you're out? Like it was like synchronized swimming out there. It was awesome.
it was as if Keldon. It was like
Yeah.
he was wearing a motion capture machine and he was controlling the movement of the ref. It was so in sync with it.
It's like the AI robot, and then he kicks himself in the nuts.
The Jaylen Brown story overshadowed most of the rest of the game. Mentioned Wemby tied his career high 8 made 3-pointers.
Well, no, he said, thank you, Royce. He did. I did check up on Google, which sent me to AI, which felt dirty. His previous record was 7, and so he's eclipsed it. He's now.
No, I think you're still wrong.
Oh my God!
Wemby,
I'm gonna.
he
Victor
matched.
Wembanyama.
So you just trusted AI ever since you've been saying
Yo,
you
I'm
should
gonna
never
kick
trust
you.
AI. You know AI makes mistakes, right? A lot of them.
He previously set a personal best 7 3-pointers in the 24-25 season. He had 8 last night. This is the most 3-pointers he's ever had in a game.
November 13th, 2024. He made 8 3-pointers against the Washington Wizards.
That is correct.
And the 8
This is why I'll
3-pointers
never
made.
trust you, AI.
It's a fact.
8 3-pointers made
And you
last
trust
night.
you trust this to drive you around at LG?
Trust StatMuse. That's all you need. Just go to
StatMuse? I don't know
StatMuse.
this.
You can. It's basic. It's AI is what it is.
Hey, I
but it's just
spit it
for-
out. You check me up.
Yeah.
Full self-driving in the Tesla has already been proven to be safer than any human driver on planet Earth.
I'd like to test that.
I like to call BS on that.
Just saying.
Well, because
I'd put my own driving.
The Tesla's not doing their makeup in the mirror, or answering
Exactly.
the text messages.
You ain't looking at you looking at your phone, swerving in between lanes.
Oh no!
But if you
I'm,
tell-
I'm
If you-
looking at my phone and my car is driving straight. I'm
10
perfectly
and
in the
2.
lane.
If I'm not looking at my phone and I'm driving, I'm the safest driver on the road.
If we would eliminate the if with full self-driving.
see, that's why
And then we just take those random accidents where they just bust right into a wall or right off
Yeah.
the road, and we're just like,
Look at
it's
the
just
data, bro. Look at the
or
data.
just put you on the train tracks to oncoming
That
train,
doesn't
and we're
happen.
like,
That
Waymo.
does not happen.
Hey, Waymo.
This isn't a Waymo. I'm not.
now you sound.
Can you buy a Waymo right now? No, you cannot.
You sound-
so that's not even in the category.
You sound like one of my old high school teachers that's repeating Facebook memes. Like, oh, it's happening! I swear, it's happening out there. Like you're just as
I
bad.
showed you the video.
So the next post captain's going to be is like, I do not submit my pictures for any copyright, blah, 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 blah. Facebook does not, blah, blah, blah.
I do
Too
not- I
bad
do
you already
not
signed
give
up for
you-
that.
Oh yeah,
Permission.
I do not give Facebook permission to use my likeness or
Exactly.
anything like it.
That's
Yep.
basically
You'll
the
be posting that
equivalent.
soon.
So Wemby, besides the 3-pointers, he also 11 for 20 from the field, 39 points total, 11 rebounds. But it also overshadowed a hyper efficient night from De'Aaron Fox, 11 for
Oh, he's-
14.
He's coming into his own the past couple of games, and this is what shows us when we can mix in like a 35-40% 3-point game with De'Aaron Fox actually hitting the mid range and going to the hole. We're damn near unstoppable, man.
Hard to argue. I mean, the results are what the results are.
We
and
need De'Aaron to score 20.
It was another win last night. You got anything else from it? Either one of y'all before we do some NFL
It was
talk
a
here?
gritty win because they came back with about 2.5 minutes to go. Tatum was absolutely on fire from 3.
Watching that game last night and knowing how much the Spurs have struggled against the Knicks this year, but have beaten the Pistons
Yeah.
a couple times now. Those are clearly I think you would say the 3 best teams in the East.
Yeah.
Now that Tatum's back for the Celtics, which
And
one?
I would say the Cavs. I'll put the Cavs up there too.
Sure. Which one of those teams do you have the most faith in getting through the Eastern Conference?
I mean, experience-wise, if Tatum is full go,
Right.
I
And you
would-
got to think he's going to be better in a month from now than he is right
yeah,
now.
I would put it a slight edge over New York.
I tend to agree.
You know, Pistons, we just saw how they need that other score.
Yeah, and they're still so, green
Yeah.
experience wise. I don't.
And seeing that, like, when they go up against the best teams, they're not getting those wins.
They remind me a lot of, you remember that Atlanta Hawks team that won 60 games, but then got beat in the playoffs every year?
Yeah.
That's kind of what the Pistons feel like to me.
They
where
beat
it's
the
like,
teams they should and always do.
and they're a great regular season team, a big rotation, a lot of guys getting minutes. That usually doesn't translate to playoff basketball.
Yeah, when they get to a defender style team like the Knicks, like the Celtics, they're gonna struggle like us, like SGA in Oklahoma City.
Thunder. Yeah. I think I agree with you after watching that game last night. Derek White also had 34. I do like seeing that.
Derek White.
Shout out to Derek White, and also shout out to Plumlee, who got to bang the drum last night after the game.
Yeah, he did it. I think he did the best banging. Plumlee banged that better than most.
He killed it.
It wasn't the most rhythmatic, but he banged it a lot.
A white boy. I mean,
Whatever.
We try hard.
people.
He went to Duke. I mean, it's you're gonna get what you get.
no rhythm.
He also not only did he get in the game, not only did he get to bang the drum, he also got in the stat sheet. He got that rebound as well. So he is officially, he has a statistic in a box score as a member of the San Antonio Spurs.
And in the tunnel before the game, they were hyping it up. They were yelling out "Plum Dog, Plum Dog."
Okay, I love it.
Ooh, some of that inside information.
Yeah.
We need more of that.
Look, do I think Mason Plumlee is going to play a major factor in the Spurs' success in the playoffs?
Maybe we need someone to go foul or take someone out.
Maybe he'll be that Steve Kerr in the Western Conference Finals against the Mavericks.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well,
You
hold on.
never know.
I don't think
Kerr had way more skins on the wall before that game.
Well, I was just going to point. I don't think Plumlee's going to make 7 3-pointers or whatever that
I need him to be the Kevin Willis of the Spurs.
That's
and just
kinda-
take someone out that is being like going down there.
I don't know if he's got that. Yeah, I don't know if he's that.
You know
kind
who's
of
looking
player.
like it?
Oh, he's got a mean streak in him.
Cornette. He's looking like he's becoming.
Cornette might be the enforcer. I feel like.
But Cornette
after the Magic City turnbuckle.
He gets mad when he doesn't get a call. That's for sure. He's a retaliator.
The problem with that is Cornette is so important to the rotation.
Yeah, when Wemby's on,
We can't we can't have that.
He can get one tech, not two. He
Give
can
me
get
four
one.
or five fouls a game. I'm good with it. One flagrant foul.
He's not known to foul out, but he can get one tech.
I think we're going to get a moment where Plumlee in a playoff game has either a hard ass foul or a big dunk, some kind
He's
of
going to be the Tasmanian devil, just like running around the court, just
some kind of energy play that we're going to remember for a while. Or he ends up getting cut here in 2 weeks. Who knows? We'll see. Yet to be determined.
But he banged the drum.
9:28. Let's talk some Maine Seggy. Let's talk some NFL doings. We got to start first with the insanity of the Max Crosby trade, not trade, rescinded trade. His leg's about to fall off.
There's got to be a timeline where you can announce it and you get checked by the doctors. It has to be within 12 hours because so much stuff already happened in between then where it's, oh, we thought he was off the table.
Is that not what happened, though? I mean, it was about 12 hours, was it not?
No, it was days.
No.
We were talking Max Crosby last week.
So they did the trade Sunday.
Yeah.
And then it was yesterday, right?
No, we did the trade Sunday and then yesterday. So that's 48 hours.
Okay, yeah. I guess, yeah. I'm skipping a day. Yeah.
It's got to be less than 48 hours because other teams are making moves. And if they think Crosby's off the board, then they used up all their capital on somebody else because they thought he was off the board, but now he's back on the board.
Well, if you believe anything Eric DeCosta said, the Ravens general manager, he said he was gutted. He was gutted by the failed physical.
Yeah, the 4 doctors had checked him out. While Trey Hendrickson, they did try to say we wanted to have both of them. they wanted Trey Henderson and Max Crosby.
Oh, I don't think they ever would have gotten that done.
Yeah,
though,
which I was
financially.
like, I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
one.
that's
But
just them trying to cover their.
CYA.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen a trade rescinded or anything like this in the league, and
Yeah.
you do wonder. The Ravens give Linderbaum all of that money, make him the highest paid center ever, highest paid interior offensive lineman ever. Make Quay Walker, Packers linebacker. They also signed. It does make you wonder what the Raiders' next move is with Crosby. Because of course,
Old Jerry.
the obvious
He's
is
back in it. The gambler's back in it.
Jerry circling the wagons, and we're going to talk about the trade our two teams made today and how that might or might not impact Max Crosby.
The rich get richer.
It's interesting because I talked to a Cowboy Doctor. We like to have fun when we see Cowboy Doctor on the
Oh,
sideline.
I thought you said you talked to a cowboy.
No. I
doctor.
said we talked about. I mentioned it earlier. So that dude's name is Dr. Daniel Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
He is one of the world's most renowned knee surgeons. That is his specialty. He did Kyle Schwarber's knee
Yeah.
a couple years ago before Schwarber went to the Phillies. He's done all kinds of surgeries for guys on other teams across multiple sports. Like he's one of these guys that if you are that level of athlete and you need a knee procedure done, it doesn't matter that he's the Cowboys team doctor.
You're going to Tommy John for an elbow surgery.
Exactly. And you're going to Dr. Daniel Cooper, or as we affectionately refer to him as Cowboy Doctor. That's just where you go. So the Ravens used him as a third party outside of their own medical staff, used him as a third party to review Max Crosby's physical, x-rays, all of the, because Crosby just had the surgery at the end of the season. So everyone knew he just had surgery. He's going to be recovering. It's obviously going to be a process. And if you believe Max Crosby's people, they say he's ahead of that process. But now if you believe the Ravens and Cowboy Doctor, there's something else about that x-ray or that physical that suggests it's worse than...
It's like he's gonna need work even more.
Exactly.
Like,
There's
it's got
further...
like a bone chip that's floating in there, possibly. I'm all speculation.
That's all it is right now because we
But-
have no idea. But there's clearly something. They weren't turned off. They knew he had the surgery.
Yeah, both of them got injured.
And they gave up 2 first-round picks for him knowing that he had just had knee surgery.
Yeah.
So it's nothing unless the surgery went way worse than has been reported in the months since the NFL season ended, which I think we would have heard about. We always hear about it when a guy's surgery goes wrong.
Well, you hear about it, but you don't,
But I think
there's
NFL
still disclosure for medical records.
1,000%. But I think other NFL teams
Yeah.
hear about it more than we do. I think the Ravens would have known if the Max Crosby knee surgery had gone wrong.
Whenever we hear something like that, it's always a leak.
Because it's also the league wouldn't have let the Raiders fleece the Ravens of 2 first-round draft picks.
Who never traded first rounder.
Fun fact, the Baltimore Ravens in their new existence after leaving as the Baltimore Colts coming back as the Ravens, they have never traded a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Not one.
No.
And they were giving up 2 in this Max Crosby deal. So Ravens pivot. They immediately signed Trey Hendrickson today for a deal that arguably, without knowing how bad Max Crosby's knee is, you can argue the deal they gave Hendrickson is even worse money-wise because they gave Hendrickson a 4-year deal, $123 million. Isn't that what it was?
Yeah.
And
But
he's
I think
age 31.
But I think Crosby, age 29, or 28. He's 28 or 29.
He'll 29 this summer.
He's 29 this summer.
Yeah. It's a huge difference.
He was already had a 3-year extension that was 103, which makes that you're paying more. You're paying 36 million or something a year, something like that. So you're going to have to pay him more and give up 2 draft picks, number ones, to get him.
Yeah,
with that deal signed. So my conspiracy theory mind over here is going, we got him knowing Cowboy Doctor's going to come over here and tell us something, because that's probably a disclosure. We're going to have to reevaluate you, and we're going to, you got to pass our physical. But in the whole time they're talking to Hendrickson, who wanted a long-term 4-year deal, wanted guaranteed money. And they're like, well, we're not going to match Crosby's. You're 31 years old. You're coming off injury as well. But we'll give you close to that. But we'll give you the 4 years, and we'll give you the $60 million guarantee and the $20 million signing bonus. And boom, I think they use Crosby as leverage.
It's hard to argue.
Now, if you put a ticking clock on that, a 12, not a 2-day, they don't have time to negotiate that deal unless it's already written up being like, you got to sign this quickly. That's why what I'm saying is there's got to be a rule change about how long you can wait to have the evaluation.
It doesn't seem like the league can ever let this happen again.
Yeah,
because too much business was dependent on, like, would the Cowboys?
How many signings happened on Monday?
Would the Cowboys have traded for Rashawn Gary?
Yeah, exactly. They traded for Gary after Crosby was off the board.
Now, granted, they have since reworked Gary's deal. He took a pay cut. He helped the Cowboys out and got guaranteed money out of it. But
is Steven locking Jerry in the closet right now? In
this
the mansion house. You're not coming out.
This is my next question.
Total media blackout.
Now that we know Cowboy Doctor played a major role in telling the Ravens, you probably don't want to do this.
Yeah.
How does that play into him telling or not telling Jerry, or Jerry now saying, well, we wouldn't have given you, because the other piece of this, the other part of this, we're
not going to give you two first rounders.
So the original proposal, as has been reported, we don't know for sure, the Cowboys were offering a first-round pick. We don't know if it was 12 or 20.
It was most likely 20.
Most likely. You would hope.
Yeah.
You would hope.
We don't know.
But we don't know. Right.
It's like you can get the 1 at 12.
That's right.
Or you can get the 1 at 20, and next year we'll give you a second rounder.
So the original report was one of the first-round picks this year, a second-round pick next year, and Osa Odigizua going to the Raiders for Max Crosby. That was the initial word that was leaking out, which is why then everyone was like, whoa, are the Cowboys making Osa available? Which we're going to talk about that in a second, because, of course, he gets traded to the Niners this afternoon for a third-round pick this year, 92nd pick overall. But it doesn't free up, because as soon as I saw that they had traded Osa, I thought, oh, God, they are about to trade for Max Crosby, because I mean, they're freeing up this money by getting rid of Osa.
Well, I'm on the Niners thing. I saw the Niners were already talking to Osa about contracts before.
Exactly. And the interesting thing to me, before we talk about that, because I've got a lot of thoughts on Osa and the trade with the Niners, how bad does the health report have to be where the Cowboys just defiantly say, under no terms are we going to trade for Max Crosby?
I don't think it's, once again, until we actually see what it is.
Right.
I still say they used him as a chip. F the Raiders.
The only reason
because they're like, okay, we're getting what we want, 2 first rounders.
But that would assume that the Ravens already knew when they offered the 2 first-round picks that they were going to back out of the trade.
Yeah.
And that's the part I can't fully follow you on, because I don't think you take the gamble by saying we're trading you 2 first-round picks, and then the physical comes back and there's not a whole lot of issue, because then if you back out of the trade at that point, then I think the league office steps in and says, no, you made the deal. He passed the physical. The deal's done.
Yeah, but the physical happened 2 days later.
Right. Which is where there's that
And
gray area.
now they get a top tier. I wouldn't say he's better than Bosa, but not Crosby, but he's close. He's like,
He's certainly healthier.
yeah, he's healthier. He's basically probably 2 spots down from him on the free agent list of gettings. Always in the mix of the top 5 to 10 edge rushers in the game. And he's also in the division. He knows how to play the Browns. He knows how to play the Steelers. And he's got something for Cincinnati. He's circling those games.
I think the Ravens went to sleep and instantly regretted agreeing to trade 2 first-round draft picks.
And they took 2 days to talk to Hendrickson, being like, what do you want if we want to get you?
And they were
if
looking
this doesn't
at
work out.
any way, because they already were looking at any way to make that not work out.
Yeah.
And then knowing that they had the fallback
Buyer's
of Hendrickson.
remorse for sure. Dude.
I believe in that completely.
Yeah.
But from a Cowboys perspective, is Max Crosby, have you already received intel from Cowboy Doctor that says don't do this under any condition? Or is there some level of value drop where now the Cowboys are like, well, we offered you a first, a second, and Osa.
Yeah.
What is any team going to give you now that everyone thinks his leg is about to fall off? What would it take for
you
us
basically
to,
lost? You just lost a second pick.
I think
Like now, if anybody's going to offer you a first round,
no
it's gonna
one's
be
offering a first. I don't think anymore.
I think Jared offered that 20 something. Is it 20th pick?
Yeah, 20.
I think he give him the 20th pick, and that's it.
Now
they totally lost out on another pick because of this. But
from a Cowboy perspective, I think I'm okay with that. Well, I don't. Okay, at 20. Are you getting a player assuming, again, this is all...
If this is your year.
We're assuming, well, it's really 2 to 3 years right now before Dak's contract and his play is not the main driving force of all your decision-making. If the question is, if Max Crosby is healthy week 1 to suit up for an NFL team, the player the Cowboys could draft at 20, there's no chance he's as good as Max Crosby.
No.
So if you're just asking me in terms of simple trade value, would I be okay with that? I think I would.
Because at 12, you can get...
Don't touch 12. You got to keep 12.
Like, we got Mikael Williams last year.
We got Micah.
I'm sorry about the Niners.
Yeah, Cowboys got Micah.
Yeah.
I don't even like saying we about the Cowboys. That makes me...
LG has corrected me. He's like, that's a big faux pas. You don't say we.
It's not it's more... It's a broadcasting rule. But also, we break it with the Spurs, but no other teams.
Yeah, so...
I think that's the question. Is there another team that is going to be willing to give up a first-round pick for Max Crosby anymore? Because I kind of think that answer is no, unless it's the Cowboys.
I would have said, and
then what do the Raiders do?
I would say the NFC West they're battling each other left and right. The Rams, they don't care about giving away their first picks. But they're not going to they can't give away this year's first pick.
No, they're tapped out now.
Yeah, they can't give away next year's first pick. So what? They're going to give away third? Like, I mean, would you take 2 first-round picks 2 years out?
And you can't even trade that far. I don't think Crosby... No.
Okay.
This year and next year.
Okay. So, I mean...
Maybe 3 years out. But it's not like the NBA.
Seattle comes over and is like, we'll give you first round. We'll give you 2 first rounds.
There's no chance a team gives up 2 first-round picks again, because I don't think the Ravens were amongst a group of teams.
Well, they had the lower pick because they didn't even make the playoffs.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, even look at, so if you believe that the Cowboys were interested in the first place, they weren't offering 2 first-round picks.
No,
they were offering a first, a second, and a player.
Yeah.
I'm not sure there was any other team besides the Ravens that were offering 2 first-round picks to begin with.
Yeah.
And so now I think if the Raiders get one first round pick out of this, they will be ecstatic. And they'll be incredibly lucky because I don't even think that's happening again unless Jerry says, here's the 20th pick. You need to move on. I'm doing you a favor. Here's still one first round draft pick for Max Crosby.
Yeah.
Will you do that?
And
I think I'd be okay with it.
5 hours ago, it says that he's leaning to staying with the Raiders, but I don't understand how they're going to do that because they've already invested so much in their cap. And I think they are going to exceed the cap with Crosby's unless they restructure his extension.
Yeah, and they would have to do that at this point, I think, with all of the other signing commitments they've made. And all of this is official, like the league office opened today.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these signings can be made full ink dry official at any moment. And I think there's, looking at the way this plays out over the next few days, I think if Max Crosby is not traded by Friday, there's a very, very good chance he is with the Raiders going into training camp. I mean, I don't think anything gets done over the summer because the cap space all these teams have available is going to be dried up, not going to be able to fit someone like Max Crosby underneath their salary cap.
Yeah, it's going to have to be discussions, restructures, all that kind of good stuff.
So the way it's interesting how it ties into the Osa trade that the Cowboys made with the Niners today, if you believe Osa was the name that was being included in the Cowboys' offer for Max Crosby, you can't just say, oh, okay, well, they're still making room for some big fish.
Yeah.
Because they still, obviously, their goal was to get Osa's money out of the way, which is crazy because last offseason, the Cowboys publicly said, Odighizuwa's not leaving our building. He's not leaving the team. We're going to franchise tag him if we can't get a deal worked out. And then they end up signing him to a 4-year extension. Now, Osa last year was not the Osa that earned that 4-year extension. He was solid last year, but he wasn't nearly as disruptive of a player as he was.
He was better with Micah on the edge.
1,000%. And I think that is a lot of what, as you look at this Cowboys team across the board, their stats last year, a lot of that whole defensive line group pre-Quinnen Williams trade, all of those guys were built to play next to Micah. It's kind of like the Mavs right now, where it's a bunch of ill-fitting pieces because all those people were brought in to play next to Luka. Like Klay Thompson works next to Luka. He doesn't work with Brandon Williams or whoever's playing point guard for him.
He doesn't need to be slashing. He just needs to be spot-up shooting.
Exactly. And that a lot of the Cowboys defensive line group was, that's why they let DeMarcus Lawrence walk, because they thought, well, we have Micah on the other side and these guys will play up with Micah. Exactly. It's all, I say all of this to say a guy that the Cowboys defiantly said was not leaving the building and they were going to franchise tag if they couldn't reach an agreement. They have now traded that guy less than a calendar year after signing him to a 4-year extension.
Yeah.
He's the youngest of the 3 defensive tackles that we've talked about a lot. Obviously, Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, who came over in the Micah deal, and Osa. Those were the 3 that were accounting for $63 million worth of the Cowboys cap. And this is where I say trading Osa doesn't open up the kind of money that immediately makes the Cowboys players for a Max Crosby or a Trey Hendrickson kind of money.
Yeah.
Because Osa's money, this is where it gets kind of confusing. Because if he had been a post June 1 cut, if he had been if the Cowboys had cut Osa, they would have split the money over the next 2 years, the rest of the guaranteed money that was on his deal. But because it was a trade, they pay out the signing bonus. So they basically, instead of saving $20 million from restructuring or cutting him, they only saved, I think it was like 6.5 or 8 million, somewhere in that range. Only opened up that much salary cap with the trade to the Niners today.
Yeah.
So it's not like they moved $20 million off their books. Because my first thought was, as soon as the trade with the Niners got announced, I thought we were going to get a Max Crosby trade announced.
Yeah.
Like within the half hour. Like I thought that was the first, and then I started hearing.
Well, the thing is,
reading more about it.
Yeah, as soon as that trade, as soon as he got failed the physical, his value tanked.
Yep.
So therefore, whatever deal they had on the table, like you said, a first and a second with Oza, that's thrown off the board.
Yep.
They got a 3rd round pick, which the Niners are horrible at 3rd round for some reason. Jake Moody.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we have a historic streak of horrible 3rd round picks. So then you also got Bradley Chubb. Like the Bills were in on Max Hendrickson and Bradley Chubb. Well, guess who signed Bradley Chubb? The Bills.
The Bills. And that's a name I was thinking.
You don't think they were shooting for Hendrickson, but Hendrickson already had that deal worked out within that 48-hour period, which, I'm 10 toes down on this.
Chubb, 3 years, $43.5 million from Buffalo. I would have been okay if that was a number the Cowboys gave him.
Yeah.
It feels like a fair deal.
The Niners wanted Chubb last year.
Yeah.
Because we just had they had no pass rush whatsoever.
As far as the Osa trade, kind of thinking, like I was saying a minute ago, if the Cowboys traded the 20th pick for a Max Crosby that is going to play week 1 for the Cowboys, I'm okay with that in the end, because the player the Cowboys would have gotten at 20 would not be as good as Max Crosby. The same can't be said for this 92nd pick overall. I think Osa is a better player this year, just counting this upcoming year.
Yeah.
Osa is a better player than whoever they draft at 92 overall with the 3rd round pick they got back from the Niners.
Absolutely. And we already drafted
I love the pick. It's a great pickup for y'all.
Defensive tackle, but we had to let go of some other ones that were coming up off their rookie deals.
And Osa is very much a pass rush defensive tackle. He's not a gap plugger. He's not big on run stop. Like he is a backfield menace when he's at his best.
And we're trying to he's not a starter. We're trying to get Armstead back to just have a deep rotation and on the line, which is what what the Niners are known for. But
I hate to admit it, I love the move. I love the move for your Niners.
What about the move of Daniel Jones?
2 ends up dropping the transitional tag, getting 2 years, $88 million from the Colts, $50 million guaranteed.
Could be up to $100 million with incentives. This man is robbing the bank almost. He's the new Kirk Cousins, who has been shown interest in the Raiders, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Kirk Cousins officially released by the Falcons earlier today.
Yeah. So this man is just getting paid. I love the Indiana Jones.
It was a great story until it wasn't last year, until the injury.
He was going out of his mind, playing the best he's ever played. Jonathan Taylor had immense control. Like, you saw what Daniel Jones could be with an elite running back, which always helps.
I think 2 things can be true here as you look at the Colts. Did they overpay to keep Alec Pierce? Yes.
Yes.
Did they overpay to keep Daniel Jones? Yes.
The way quarterbacks were, right?
Even still, though, they're paying him more than Darnold's getting paid.
Oh, but Darnold was
A 3-year, $100 million extension.
Yeah.
So
wasn't he on a 2-year contract
originally? But then Seattle re-signed him to a 3-year deal.
Because he got all the bonuses and whatnot.
Right. So both of those things, did they overpay to keep Alec Pierce? Did they overpay to keep Daniel Jones? Yes.
Yeah.
But were those the right decisions? kind of think they were. Like we were talking about Linderbaum to the Raiders. Did they overpay? Absolutely. Is it a good decision? I kind of think it is. It's okay to, if you're, the alternatives out there are hit rock bottom.
The alternative is Kyler Murray going to the Vikings.
Officially?
No, they're looking at him.
I thought you had just read that over there.
I basically saw that Kyler Murray, and he's down to 3 to 5 teams.
Well, who else would they be? The Jets traded for Geno.
I think New Orleans.
I would kind of like that. That'd be fun. But they love Tyler Shuck. I mean, the most recent second round pick
and I think they're going for the draft.
Showed things in the second half of the year. I just don't think there's that many other
places for him.
Certainly not places where he has a chance to be the starter.
Well, one was Indy until the Jones.
One was Atlanta until Tua.
Yeah.
One was New York until Geno.
Maybe Atlanta pulls a Cleveland and just keeps like 4 starting quarterbacks on the roster.
I mean, they're giving Tua minimum money.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me.
He could be in those backup commercials next year.
Speaking of former Niners and Viking, also former Eagle, Javon Hargrave, he goes to the Packers, 2 years, $23 million. Kind of a forgotten guy in Minnesota the last couple of years.
Yeah, with the offense shining like it is and the defense because of the secondary, the line was stout. They were run stoppers, and that's what Hargrave was praised for. He wasn't a pass rusher. He would disrupt, but he was there to stop the run. You know, you weren't getting past him. And still, I don't know, it's still Pro Bowl caliber, but he's on the downswing.
Yeah, didn't he blow his knee out?
Yeah. And then I don't know if he played a full season last year, but he definitely, didn't he play? No, who played for Philly?
He was Philly. He was Philly, then y'all, and then Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. He just because that Philly win and the actual
2 years
carnage
ago, he blew his knee.
Yeah, the carnage that he had, like with us, you know, of course, the electric fence, the electric field.
Someone sent me a video today showing a guy holding up a rib, and it's just meat falling off the bone.
I've seen them all, man.
Mike Evans ACL 1 week after practicing next to that energy station.
We've been practicing there since Jerry. You know that, right?
Oh, it's all
Yeah, we've been practicing there since Jerry. Unless they're putting more wattage in that field.
Did we talk about this Monday? Patriots sign Romeo Dobbs. Big helmet leaves.
Oh, yeah, no,
Packers.
that happened.
4 years, $80 million. They replace Stephon Diggs, get their new number 1 wide receiver, Romeo Dobbs now.
Yeah, so he got Mike Evans money.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, on the dot, $20 million a year.
Is he worth it? Who would you rather have, Dobbs or Evans?
Well, I mean, if I'm a team like the Patriots and I was just in the Super Bowl, I'm obviously in win now mode. I think I kind of go Mike Evans, even though I know I'm only going to get.
Are you in a win now mode? I think
you have to be. You were just in the Super
Bowl. You
Bowl.
played the weakest schedule in the league.
But you can't think that way. You can't think you're going to automatically take a step back this year.
They're going to play one of the hardest schedules now.
Yeah, but you're still at this point. You're a playoff team as your basement.
So I think
you're a Super Bowl loser as your ceiling.
I think they're a Super Bowl loser, and they're like, in 2 to 3 years, we're going to be the team to beat. You know, once we'll see. Let Josh
tell
Allen.
that to Vrabel. I think Vrabel already believes they are the team to beat. Yeah. The LG, we'll scrap that Sam Williams video I sent you. I had the Cowboys did bring back Sam Williams on a 1 year, $3 million deal. And it reminded me of the clip of last year when Sam Williams, he's been arrested for speeding in the offseason back-to-back years. 2 years ago, he was going 100. Last year, he was only going 66. And Jerry talked about the maturity that Sam Williams is showing because I think that's about 32 miles per hour worth of maturity he's showing
he's slowing down a little bit.
You have any other thoughts on the NFL before we do a little lightning round? Get out of here.
I mean, seems like they blew, they kind of went a little early with everything. You know, what are we going to talk for 43 days?
Well, I think we're certainly going to have this Max Crosby storyline hanging over at least until. Let's produce on the air here. When are we doing shows next week?
Probably Monday, Wednesday.
Monday, Wednesday again?
I'll have to double check that, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I think we'll still have plenty of NFL free agency news to talk about when we get back in here on Monday.
Yes, Monday, Wednesday.
Monday, Wednesday next week. It's been decided. Any more super chats? I didn't hear them. No. So I think we're good to go. Let's do some lightning round. Do you know or are you familiar? Have you ever heard of Starch Madness?
No, what is this?
So obviously,
that's when they put too many potatoes in your potato and egg taco.
That's I call that a glorious day.
That's all. It's all no egg. You need that protein, man.
It's got to be a ratio there.
The roommate goes potato, egg, and cheese. I go bean, cheese with bacon. Like
dying over here.
Too many potatoes ruins the potato and egg taco.
There is a ratio there.
It has to be even.
There's certainly a
preferably more egg than potato.
Ooh, yeah. See, that's where you lose my support. I'm like, it's like I'm at a candidate referendum. It's like, oh yeah, brother, preach to who the hell do you think you are? More egg? What the hell? No, Starch Madness is what the Big Sky Conference calls their conference tournament.
Oh.
Big Sky Conference covers Montana, Idaho, Eastern Washington, Eastern Oregon.
Well, of course, Idaho's got to be in there.
So for the first time in over 20 years, Idaho is playing in the championship game here in half an hour. Idaho is playing Montana in the Starch Madness championship game. The Fighting Idaho Vandals. I've been watching a lot of college tournaments so far. I saw a text earlier, Texas lost. So if you're listening to me on Andy tomorrow, we'll be doing a full show.
Hey.
I thought we were only going to be going till 5:30. Not, buddy.
They're not. They're
not. And with the first round conference tournament loss to Ole Miss.
Did OK State get through? I saw they were playing earlier.
They won yesterday. I think they play the late game tonight. Or were they playing? They might have already been going today.
Like 6 o'clock or something. Like
okay, yeah, I haven't checked back up since as soon as the Italy-Mexico game came on, I got distracted.
Oh, they're next year innings. I'm playing.
Oh my God. Yeah. Just gave me a heart attack for a second. But yeah, I feel like I'm one of the rare sickos because I kind of love. I was explaining it to the roommate last night. The thing that makes these small conference tournaments so awesome.
Yeah.
There was a dude, I can't remember which game it was. I think it was Merrimack versus somebody, Siena last night. And a dude went up to slam it down right on top of a dude's head. I mean, you could tell he's cocking this thing back, and I'm like watching, like, oh damn,
he's cocking it back, ready to teabag him.
He's coming in, and then as he gets closer to the rim, you start to realize it's like, oh, this has no chance. Yeah. It's like not even this dude right into the rim, just rejected. But that's the great thing about these conference tournaments, the small conference tournaments, because like that Merrimack team, they're like 18 and 14 overall. There is only one route, only one way that kid that tried to dunk it as hard as he ever had in his life. There's only one way he's ever going to play in an NCAA tournament.
You know what just clicked?
And that's by going hard as hell in these conference tournament games. It makes it so entertaining because it's guys that don't have the athleticism to pull off these moves, but they're trying their hardest.
Oh my God, I got this is my chance.
Exactly.
Oh. That reminds me when Jaylen Brown missed that wide open two-handed slam. How far away from that was he got thrown out? Was he still pissed about that one?
We'd have to check the tape, but it feels like it was pretty close.
Yeah, hit me, LG. If you throw up the graphic from a Philadelphia website or a blog or whatever, it was kind of funny because somebody was close to a ring but never got it. And it's the only one he will ever get close to. I'm sure he'll get it one year. It is old Dak Prescott. his fiance called off the wedding just 1 month before the ceremony.
Wait, are we sure it was her that called it off? I mean, we're getting nothing but.
I mean, it's from Eagle Times, you know.
Yeah, they want to make
rock flag and eagle.
they want to make Dak look as bad as possible. So they're now fighting each other through their PR and publicists because the first report
was it like he had his written up or something and she came first?
The first report was it was a fight. Oh, so they did a joint bachelorette party in the Bahamas. Look, even
there's a special place and you.
Oh, go on.
I'm just
no, go ahead. Go
because you lose your man card when you go do dual bachelor parties.
Oh, do you?
Bachelor fest. Yeah. Did you lose your man card? You sure did, didn't you?
I, for one.
Oh, you find the idea great.
I would like to say, as someone who once had a joint bachelorette party, even I can agree that's pretty.
Yeah, it's whack.
That's pretty weak.
Whack.
Now, did we?
Y'all both deserve ass in your face. You know.
Well,
one may be hairy, one may be waxed.
Do you think that? I mean, that didn't stop that from happening. That was just fine. And we got.
You went to Hard Bodies?
We got all the complaints. We Airbnb'd a house in North Dallas and got all the complaints from every neighbor in the greater Richardson area up there.
He got the upscale strippers. Eh?
So it's North Dallas. Plano Allen money. It's all those girls that were running heroin for the cartel in the 90s. So they're on this joint bachelorette party in the Bahamas. Apparently, reports big fight on the boat, on the yacht, screaming at each other. She won't sign the prenup, and
why would she?
Calls off the wedding.
It's love. It totally. It's love. You don't need to have a contractual agreement.
So this is where this is the stance I take of is marriage based on biblical definition and love and partnership, or is it a business contract the same way that Dak negotiated with Jerry Jones? He's now.
He had his agent in the room.
He's the Jerry Jones negotiating with her.
You know his agent was on the boat at the dual bachelor party.
Oh, I would think he was. Yeah, he's
on the boat. That's my best friend Dak.
That's the best man in the wedding.
Yeah, he got me this boat. We're actually on my agent's boat.
So this is also the girl that when she moved in, she's the mother of two of his kids. When she moved into the house that Dak had there in Prosper, she, story goes, told Dak, I don't want to live in this house because I know you and Zeke just tag chicks all over this place. I can't sit on the couch and not think about it.
She blacklighted it.
So Dak he's
bunch of hamster semen everywhere.
He's buddies with the Dude Perfect guys.
Oh, buddy.
And so they did a whole YouTube video where they blew Dak's house up. And the reason, and he ends up building a new one, bigger, nicer, whatever. But the reason, supposedly, that he gets Dude Perfect to record them blowing his house up is because this girl, this woman, his ex-fiance, doesn't want to live in that house because she knows it was Dak and Zeke's party house. So this is...
I get changing the bed.
They've already...
The sheets,
yeah, no, it's...
Grab another couch.
It's like a wise man once said, the hottest woman you see in your life, someone out there is tired of her shit. Like, it's just...
Market, it wasn't me.
Oh, no!
And it wasn't me.
Oh, man.
I just want to say... Every single news station credible reported on this, and you roll with the Eagle Times. Even
that
TMZ
was for you,
had
man.
This.
That was for you,
and it was a screenshot.
That was a download, sir.
TMZ had
that
this
was
note.
A download.
It was a download of someone else's screenshot.
I pressed it and held it.
No,
and it
you did not. Because
it shows download the photos.
If it was a photo, it wouldn't have showed the Twitter likes and comments at the bottom of it.
I wonder how many likes
The
and
Eagle
comments it has
Times,
now.
TMZ had
That's
this.
your people.
Why didn't you
That's
give me
your
the
people.
TMZ article?
Because he wanted to find the angle that...
I saw the Eagles, and I was like, oh, LG's going to expect you
CBS
like this.
Sports reported on this. Yahoo Sports reported on this. And you roll with the Eagle Times?
Babylon Bee probably reported on it.
You are the most selfish person I've ever met in my life.
I'm just saying, give me a credible news source, not some random Eagles blog.
Yeah, this is a
I
journalist.
did that for you.
This is a program with
It was
journalistic
a
integrity.
bit. It was a bit.
And
man.
then it's not even you downloaded a screenshot. That's even worse than taking a
Did
screenshot
I
yourself.
download? Did I download it?
It's even worse than getting a screenshot yourself.
Man, just can't win with this guy, can I?
So it was either the prenup or now her people are putting it out publicly that it's
Oh.
because Dak, multiple infidelity, full whatever yeah. So they're battling each other now through their people in the press.
Dak Prescott sucks.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm glad you brought it up because I'd forgotten to put it on the run sheet. Certainly something to. I kind of think Dak might have his best year of his career. He's going to come out and just be in full FU
Well, you're talking
mode.
about pre-Tiger getting hit with the club, where he's just raw dogging in with the
That's correct.
Perkins waitress
I think
tickets.
we're about to see.
And then he goes, he wins 7 tournaments in a row.
I think we'll have potentially a story of Dak tagging a Twin Peaks waitress in the middle of the season, right after
I
he
might pick
throws
him in
for
fantasy. I'm not gonna lie.
right after he throws for 450 against the Eagle Times, and they're reporting about that. Hit me, LG. How many more things you got left?
I got one I can go off on.
Okay. Well, go ahead. I'll
right.
leave this for you, and we'll save the.
Well,
sports.
as Royce put it, my ever-ending battle with AI. Waymo has been using Filipino labor, virtually driving their vehicles. They didn't fully depend on AI. So you have a Filipino slave labor. This should hit home for you, LG. Driving like a video game, dropping them off on train tracks. Not only do we have that, we also have when ChatGPT.
And you're trying to claim Waymo against Tesla?
Hey,
Get that.
I'm just saying it's all AI to me, baby. ChatGPT mobile app uninstall surged to 295% in U.S. after DOD deal.
What app?
The ChatGPT.
Oh,
Yeah,
'cause-
people are not liking the fact that the DOD is resorting to AI. And here's another reason.
So, have you followed any of that story, real quick?
Well, if it has to do with the fact that now we're also letting them do. I didn't know if I screen recorded that correctly or not. Damn screenshots. But they're also, here we go. OpenAI's head robotics guy just quit out of discussing concern of OpenAI agreeing to let Hegseth and the technology spy of Americas kill people with no human oversight. That means AI can choose the target
That's right.
and kill it,
Yep.
human life, without one person getting the whole, what do they say? What's the context of it? Oh, he did this, but what was the context? What was actually happening? Did he do something wrong? Technically, he did, but was the context worth it or not? There is no oversight on that.
Can I tell you a?
We'll just let Jared Kushner do the oversight on that.
Can I tell you a
I don't think
bitter,
that's gonna help.
a bitter fact
Bomb him.
that's not going to make you feel better about it to begin with?
Nothing makes me feel better about it.
I mean, where was the oversight when Obama was bombing more brown people than any president before?
Man,
Where's the
we
oversight?
ran out of bombs with Obama.
Where's the oversight when it's a human controlling the drone, much less when it's AI doing
Well,
it?
there's accountability sometimes.
No, there's not.
Sometimes.
No, there's not any of that either, actually.
But I still don't want machines.
Completely agree. So that's
This is Terminator 2. We're 2 years away from D-Day.
The-
Did you guys know that?
the original company.
2 years.
Anthropic is
Yeah.
who had the original deal with DoD to be AI integration. They have their Claude bot, and Anthropic was the first one to raise the alarm or sound the alarm saying
of what the DOD wanted to do.
correct, exactly.
And OpenAI is like, hold my beer.
So there's reporting now that while Anthropic had the exclusionary contract with the DOD,
Yeah.
Sam Altman directly was emailing with DOD officials to get ChatGPT, OpenAI into DOD, like basically saying like, hey, they got a problem with it? We don't.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Like, come on.
We'll strap guns on those little robot dogs all day. How many you need?
No, I fear I don't fear
Just watch Terminator.
I don't
Just
fear
watch Terminator, man.
AI when it comes to looking up fake or basketball stats that aren't right.
You don't mind it because they're not right. You know,
That's right, 'cause
obviously,
I
I look like a complete
I kind of enjoy it.
penis.
I kind of enjoy that. Yeah, yeah. We need that drop too, LG. I hope I didn't talk over it. But yeah, this is where it starts. Like AI government contracts of unmanned strikes and like
We'll just send this robot out to, this is not technically boots on the ground, but they're dogs with machine guns strapped to their back.
yeah. This is where the alarmist nature in me does actually perk up. Of like,
And LG wants one of those things in his house. Just saying.
well,
It's
here's,
not the same company, by the way.
who's
care.
do we know if any of the other nuclear powers in the world are using AI yet? Like,
No,
is Russia,
China.
China? Like, they have to be, right?
You got
Have to be. Just
China is light years ahead of us in
Exactly.
AI technology.
I thought we were keeping up with them, but we're dialing it back with all these restrictions from our government, which is what we should be. It's what we should be. Don't let AI control me killing somebody.
I love it's either like AI ends the world like Terminator, or you want to go back to the like stones as wheels days.
No,
like,
I
you wanna live in
I
either
just want human oversight.
Flintstone world or Terminator world. Those are the only two options. It's either fire and stones or the world.
This is not binary. There's
Melt.
a gray area in here. And the gray area does not include AI having autonomous decisions over killing people.
The gray area makes you actually uncomfortable and actually have conversations and actually try to solve problems instead of just bombing them. I mean, that's no fun.
Did you like the fact that we bombed painted in Iran? They painted jet planes
Oh, on the runway.
on the runway. They
Yeah.
bombed.
I saw Bellingcat had some of that aerial footage.
Got him.
This whole thing, well,
We painted. It was $10 worth of paint, and you just used a $2 million missile.
It's all subjective anyway, because if you have human oversight, who's the human that's doing the oversight? In
That's
Terminator, it was Miles Dyson.
That's right.
Who ran Skynet.
that's why they had
Yeah.
to go.
Hey,
Humans
guess what happened to
ran
Miles
it.
Dyson?
Well, he died.
There you go.
Hey, hold on. Actually, spoiler alert. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, 20 years ago.
All
But
right, hit me, LG. Let's get out of here. We've been going long enough. Sports on this day. I'm going to save the follow-up of the original Cleveland Indian for last because one of the members of this program questioned the...
I knew there was Indians in there, but I
No,
don't think
you
there's a big
said-
Indian presence now.
You said there
or back then.
not one across the greater Midwest region. And
I said they were pushed out of it. They were pushed west to Oklahoma, to Montana. Like, that's why I said I don't think there's really a big Indian presence back in the 1890s when the name changed.
yeah, I believe there's a trail named after that whole process. 1892.
And the greatest DOS game ever.
Well, a different kind of trail, but
Oh, yeah.
equal amounts of death. 1892, first public basketball game ever held at the YMCA that Dr. James Naismith ran the athletics program in Springfield, Massachusetts. First time he actually rolled it out as a public game, not just a...
Oh, wow.
And see, I don't think... Like, when you think of basketball, you don't think of it being... Like, it's not as old as baseball. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I don't ever think of basketball as being technically invented and played before 1900. Like, that...
But how long did they do it when it's not open to the public? It was just, hey, boys,
It was
go ahead.
it was recess period. Like
Yeah.
Dr. James Naismith was basically the recess teacher
Peach
at the
basket
YMCA.
Peach basket on the
The
side of the
boys
board.
were getting real physical with each other. All they wanted to do was just wrestle all the time. And so he came up with a game
Don't ask, don't tell.
that would, yeah, he was about to say, not Ohio State kind of wrestling. 1912, first Stanley Cup challenge game. It wasn't officially the Stanley Cup playoff bracket
China
yet.
hasn't taken the Stanley Cup
This
away
is,
yet?
no, not yet. Give them time. This was the first time a Stanley Cup game was played as 3 20-minute periods. 1912, that's
Okay.
when it started. Formerly, it had been 2 30-minute halves, which would seem just so weird now, thinking about hockey played in halves.
They try to like copy basketball. Like,
Exactly. Well, yeah. Well, actually, then it was copying soccer. Two halves.
2 halves.
Because basketball hadn't put together quarters or any of that yet.
Football.
Do you remember growing up, Golden Gloves boxing being a huge huge?
Yeah.
It was on ESPN.
Yeah.
Randomly, the championships were the Golden Glove tournament was on.
It was
ESPN.
before it got like taken over by all the manager money men and Don King style.
And you had genuine amateurs that would come out of Golden Globes and go on to be Olympic champions or
Mm-hmm.
world champions. 1927, the first Golden Gloves tournament was held here in America.
Nice.
On this day, 1979, I know nothing about this player and I know nothing about this game, but I need to go back and figure out the details in this. But maybe this will be our next follow-up in this segment. 1979, Randy Hold. It also, his name's Randy. Then I just think of South
Randy.
Park. Or, Randy. Randy Hold received 67 minutes in penalties in a 60-minute NHL hockey game.
He said, I'm going for the. He just came out and just hit people.
I don't know. We got to look it up. I feel like I have to know the story of
He
this.
had to get like a 20-minute penalty at the last minute.
Exactly right.
You know?
So if you're thinking if he got two 5 for fightings, there's 10 minutes. Maybe he got 3, there's 15. He got a couple minors, add another 4-6 minutes
I
on.
don't think there were any minor penalties in that game
How
from
do you,
him.
How do you get to 67?
You just go run out and just hit someone with the stick.
And then that's all right. That's a 5-minute.
He like literally is
Major.
checking out the box and just throwing his gloves off, fighting them.
We need to follow up on this. So I'll add.
I hope there's clips of that one.
It's 1979.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Yeah,
Here,
there's-
let me
if
make a mark.
If there's some clips on that, that'd be awesome to see.
Because there's
Just
got to
like
be.
a highlight reel of him. Because like I don't want to see him in the box for 60 minutes, but I want to see what he does outside
Someone
the box.
send that to
for
me.
3 minutes.
Randy Hold, 1979 hockey. 1997. Do you remember this as a kid? I was 11 years old. JT Snow got hit by the pitch right in his eye.
Yeah.
Shattered his eye socket.
Orbital
that was
bone.
nasty.
Yeah. It was one of the most brutal hits I've seen.
It was one of the first ones I
who was the
remember as a
pitcher?
kid. Let's see. If you had asked me, JT Snow.
I'm like, let it be
hit
Pedro or
in
Roger.
face. Yeah, someone
Nolan.
flame throwing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Who was it?
I don't think you said him, but it's the obvious one you would not want to have
David
throwing
Wells.
in 1997. Think about 97.
Yeah, 97. I mean, you got Roger,
Uh-huh.
Andy Pettit.
No.
You got Randy. You got Nolan.
I'm sorry, who was that?
Randy Johnson.
The big unit?
Yeah.
All 6'10", 6'11".
It was Randy, wasn't it?
It was a 97 mile an hour
Yeah.
fastball thrown by Randy Johnson.
I remember like the clips because I always show the bird getting
Spring training.
exploded.
Yeah, spring
And then
training
There's
game.
ones where he get hits like
He
almost.
smashes JT Snow in the face.
Oh.
God, yeah, I didn't realize it was.
JT Snow was a stud, man. I remember collecting his baseball cards.
Yeah, great first baseman on those Bonds World Series teams. On this day in 2020, it was the day the NBA suspended the season because of COVID.
Until LeBron came back as the emperor of the NBA and said, "We're doing it in a bubble."
We're doing it in a bubble. Hard to believe that was 6 years ago. Birthdays on this day. The only reason I'm mentioning this one, Herm McFarland. You ever heard that name?
No,
Never. I hadn't either.
sounds hockey.
MLB outfielder.
Oh wow.
He was the first hit the first grand slam in American League history.
Oh, in what year?
He was born in 1870 of this year.
Okay.
Born in 1945 on this day, Doc Ellis, famous for throwing a no-hitter on acid in 1971. Born on this day, 1974.
Doc Ellis? Are you talking about?
Yeah, Doc Ellis.
Wasn't that not Doc? He played for the Yankees and the Mets.
Oh, that's Doc Gooden.
I thought it was Doc Gooden who did the acid.
No, Doc Gooden also threw a no-hitter. But Doc Ellis was the one that threw it on acid.
Oh, okay.
David Wells threw it hungover.
Yeah.
Bobby Abreu, born on this day, a random baseball name from my childhood.
Yeah.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
He's got to be, man.
I don't think so. We might have to do some research there.
Keep going. I'll look it up.
1977, Becky Hammon, born in Rapid City, South Dakota. Got to be one of the best basketball players ever from South Dakota without doing any follow-up research on that. 1979, Elton Brand, former Duke's legend. Can you name the team Elton Brand was the general manager for and still is, I think?
The general manager?
Yes.
You say WNBA?
No. He's general manager of an NBA team. I think he's still general. Yes, he is still the general manager of an NBA team. Top 5 pick in the league.
No, got me. I was going to say Larry Bird, but he's not doing Indiana Pacers no more.
76ers. He came in after the process. He took over the Sixers in 2018. And then lastly, for birthdays on this day, the reason I became a soccer fan, this man, as a civil war was tearing apart his native Ivory Coast, he managed to negotiate a truce that ended up holding
for the World Cup
for about 10 days, but it still held, and they eventually resolved the conflict.
Yeah.
Former Chelsea striker Didier Drogba, born on this day in 1978.
That's unfortunate. You don't want your name to be Diddy anything.
Well, Didier is like the French John.
Yeah, still.
It's very common.
If you're taking away my pizza, I'm taking away your Didier.
Okay. So quickly, before we get out of here, we talked Monday about the Cleveland Indians. It was Monday on that day was the day they started calling themselves the Cleveland Indians, okay?
Okay.
So the reason the local Cleveland baseball fans fell in love with the name Indians is because the Indians had the first Native American, or the Guardians now, had the first Native American widely identified. There might have been someone before, we're not sure. But from 1897 to 1899, also, one of those years was the worst year any baseball team had in the history of baseball. The awful Cleveland Spiders team. Lewis.
It was because of that Indian.
Lewis, you know there were people around. This is what we get for signing one of them. This was just what we get. Louis Sockalexis was his name.
Sockalexis.
He was a All-American lacrosse player from Holy Cross.
Yeah.
Also played baseball there. Lacrosse invented by the Native American tribes up in that region where they are native. The region
I
that
know
you
they're
said,
native. I'm just saying they don't have a big presence because they got pushed out.
They got nothing but history makers up there. So
I stand by my statement.
Sockalexis signs with the Cleveland Spiders in March of 1897. That was Monday. That was when they start. That was on that day. That was start calling themselves Cleveland Indians, or the fans do. They're still known as the Cleveland Spiders. He ends up making his debut in April of that year. So this is where, unfortunately, he was burdened by alcoholism.
No, that tracks.
That's why his career.
Their genetics just like they're not.
That's why his career only lasted 3 years. And listen to this.
He was no Mickey Mantle.
The owner, or Jackie, he was the owner of the Cleveland Spiders, also owned the team in St. Louis.
Yeah.
The owner traded all of Cleveland's best players to St. Louis so that they would have a better shot at winning the pennant. Yeah. He just moved them all around, all to St. Louis, but he kept Sock Alexis in Cleveland. So that's why the Cleveland fans fell in love with this guy.
Because he was the only guy worth it.
He was one of the only ones that the owner didn't move to St. Louis. Yeah. So he became their guy. And that's why they started. Champion. That's why they started calling themselves the Cleveland Indians.
Why didn't their Cleveland name their mascot Sock Alexis?
It rolls off. If you saw how it's spelled, I had to Google to try to find someone pronouncing it so that I could get it
verbatim and stuff.
Yes, 1,000%. So yeah, there's your Cleveland Guardians / Indians / Spiders follow up. LG, get us out of here. We have gone way too late.
Yeah, and Bobby Abreu is in his 7th year. He still holds about a 19.5% threshold.
Yeah, he's not getting there.
He's not getting there. He needs 75%.
He's not getting there. Cap, tell the good people how to get a hold of you.
The Captain's Chair 210 on Insta and X. And then you can get us hold on sportscave.live on everything mostly.
LG, everything mostly. LG, are we still on for Friday?
Friday.
LG's House returns Friday. Give that a view. Give that a listen. You can find me on X at Biggest Puma, Instagram biggest.puma. I am on the radio with Andy tomorrow, and then Friday hosting the back half of the show. Andy's got TV duty.
Uh-oh.
UTSA baseball is nationally ranked, fellas.
Hey, buddy.
We're getting some TV coverage. So we'll be back in the room, though, Monday and Wednesday next week. Again, always appreciate y'all's support as we continue to grow the program. Have a good weekend. Be good. Be safe. Celebrate the legacy of Louis Sock Alexis this weekend. Drink heavily.
Oh, God.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only thugs use drugs. Say no to drugs.
Yeah!